1, 2. T-O-M. Teachers of my eye. Who am I today? The scribe, been forever, but the name changes with the times. I come from a place where space is home. I go into realms where your face is gone. A change gon' come. As a teen, hypnotized deep in a sleep, party and slumber. 11 life path number, a life of death that's rebirth. Recall realities to reemerge. Soul purge, I'll lend you frequency like loan words. Before I teach, I spit a poem first. Step on stage, set the stage, car walking, set ablaze, divine fire. The body is divine attire, sewn from words. Sound frequency, awakening dreams. Don't pinch me every day I wake up, it's a home birth. Start from zero to become the heroes. Cycles of time causes expansion of mind. Potential is exponential. Gain XP, what your power made of. I've had to face self, face to fate, a double fate. What will I make of the present? I'm just trying to pet heaven. Twice great, 2 arms up is none to wave. It's nothing to wave. God separate the waters from the waters. Genesis 1 and 6. See, that source is thousands of years prior to a Bible even existing. It's called the pet, word for heaven. Watchers of noon, primordial, pre-ordered, bringing order in order. Its laws the scales will represent. A double gift, re-present, Ray is present. Ra, amen to the God inside. The crown will glow as consciousness grows. So what assignment are you on? Doubles. Bodies from walking. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By a step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemez, Corona shining. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By a step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemez, Corona shining. Serpent mind winding in alignment. Straight from Orion, the origins. Dig into the root, Camp originals, the oracle speaking. Your aura is gleaming. The sons of God, Amen Ra. Who can't afford a reason to fall below your own means, meaning reaching beyond the firmament ceiling. I see linguistics tricking us deep into sleeping. The way we live inception, I must be dreaming. Doubles, double L, square roots, mirrors, reverse the image. My grip is slipping. Almost forgot the point of the mission. Statement, point out all the contradictions. Blatant, truth lives where my eye is foundation. Yeah, co-founded a nation. Dictionary, study, spells can be scary. Etymology, this here is completion. Cycle circles, dualism wisdom. I peddle flowers. 2 eyes are watching to see through the double realm I'm healing. Never out of what's within him. Infinite reasons, just like my brother Arcad. Always remain calm against demons. Death culture, to be alive here, it's a lie here. They crossed us into thinking that death isn't living. The lies are falling through my palms, arm wide, holes in my hand. The Pope's in command, I demand the throne back. Ancient teachings, I'm a throwback. Picture that, see this moment here is cold that. So black, I see through lies. Why they hold that, ocean motions. I'm flowing through noon in the boats of consciousness. My tongue is rolling, planting seeds, sowing. Neo speaking, untangled quantum DNA, spitting frequencies. I hear Christians scream hallelujah, and this ain't that the name of God is God. I must bring the order back, the scales are tipping. In the court of Allah, moonshine, Tehuti is Yah. This here is Ptah, bulldozing, the one chosen. Focus, when the light hits you, just open like lotus. Melt your mind when in mind time is frozen. Blow minds, my mind is golden. Coat me in gold, I've got a gold coat round me like I'm Tutankhamun. Like his, when you spell my name, put 3 lines in. Scribe, presenting the law's findings. Who's he? I me, an echo of Tehuti. Yes, I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By a step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemez, Corona shining. We do our best to do our best.
is the whole purpose of actually doing the Midnighter class on the Purim Haru, was to get everybody in the mind state of Hika, because the Purim Haru is a book of Hika. It's a book of magic. It's a book of immortality, out-of-body experiences. It's a book of several spells. It is all about the other realm and its connection to this realm and how you can merge the two. So I just never allowed the questions of actual ritual or magical practice other than the one-on-one. You'll see it looks like a sieve. Everybody know what a sieve is?
No.
A sieve is like a strainer. You can pour rice on it and only the water will go through, or you separate. It's like a screen. You pour something on it and it separates things. Thinner aspects can go through the K. Today's equivalent is a K or a Q. So we have Kes, which is bone, body, skeleton. The inner part of you that actually produces the blood within the bone marrow. So it's flesh and blood, which is bones, which is the Kes. So here, Kes ties in again is homage. Kes. Whether it's spelled like that or spelled like any of the other 20 ways that the beautiful thing with the men. This came from, and how Venus associates with an actual shining planet, and how that became the Lucifer of Christianity, which is the Luic cipher, the encircled light, which at sometimes can be Venus, and sometimes can be the Kenti was the royal area of the beginnings. That's where the modern day Greek historians say that men came. That when they went and talked to the so-called Ethiopians, they said that that Kemet was an area reestablished.
There is no spoon.
For those who doubt what this may be, second danger round. Wow. For those who think this is not what you saw on the screen, I just want to want to hear something? Oh! Wow! Wow! Well, this is the real thing. You know when I the snake rattling?
Yes.
I want to tell you guys something here. Let me see. I want to show you the example of the black snake rattling. I don't know if this is this really over. Ooh! I want you to know something. That's not an example. That actually is the one that I'm holding right now. Y'all see anything in front of me with
Yes.
horns?
Yes. Yes.
All right, so this is a TEF.
Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. I am learning to compartmentalize what I find with my mentals. I could have been labeled mental voices in my head. If I speak to the wrong one, I'll be diagnosed schizophrenic. Creating pollution, you can't escape from where Captain planned it. Where's Captain Planet? And it's exactly how they planned it. It's insanity, stayed in a state of sanity. But I'm the scribe, keeping record on the record, I break records. This, that, medu, nature, echo, living, lively, times 3, trinity. We are not the same, not even similes. Plant the seed, a man receive excellence, adoration, testaments, evaluation, literally. The love is real, yet they be hating. Salutations, I wait to master patience. Acting lackadaisy on your facts, I'm backed by conscious beings. I am free, can't lock the wings in. The diction is firm, call me men. A man 3 in 1, erection, protection, firm. Spitting life into who I speak to like sperm. Creation is aid who I earned. The right to fully see it through. The heart as I rise through. Manu, Akut, lost it when I had to find you. I'm through, times 2, dualism, we will align soon. As I meditate in my room, it becomes a space of pure truth aligned with my art. Verbiage is sound for more than the 2 eyes. I can see the veil underneath that other veil. Focus when I am locked in. I don't need a cell. Tell me you don't see the traps. Tower power over enemies, frozen over hell, reversing spells. Fell from the skies, the body is disguised. If you needed a sign, well this is it. I hope you read between the lines, left, right. After the first step, I write what's left in me. This is destiny, keep on moving, especially if you find blockage. No amount of pushback will stop this. This will get capped in stone, they cannot top this. Pyro, fire, Ba is my attire. Inspire the ones chosen, the ones open, the ones spoken. From times when life was once spoken. Enchantments, Nesu, double tongue in motion. Give, receive, keep moving and move for keeps. Keep it real, keep the master key. I had to master me. Mirror glass shattered in my dreams. I didn't like the image till I realized I am the image of the image. I'm here for keeps, keep your distance. Social gimmicks, our stories told within the hieroglyphics. Mystics, just keep on living, we're gifted. Our stories told within the hieroglyphics. A language living, just keep on living. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn what a sister is. I had to relearn what a mother is. There is no other him. Watch your mouth, fix your lips. Yeah, motivate a nation. Stepping out the spaceship, causing a spaceship. Faced with revealing the spells within this matrix from the Masons. But I'm the architect. Best respect, I can architect. Rule your rulership, I hold the heck. Control my thoughts, still move when the game is paused. We speak heck up, this is the best of Medu Nature, bars like Wi-Fi, we're connected. Always on time, frequency and flow through frequency. I know the power I hold in my throat. Creation, destruction, with every single thing I've spoke. Enter, nectar, Kurt, show your worth. Heal from all the hurt, not a singer, best believe I hold a note. Read between the lines, you're not really lost in that. I hope you find exactly what you are looking for. This is more than words, taught myself to heal myself. I come from the dirt, no time for slacking or bad habits. Sad tactics of bringing mad tragic mental processes that lack passion. Spit fire, black dragon, school of hard knocks, send you backpacking. My eyes, when this appears, it's like magic. The fact is, when it's wartime, we go savage. Shield of armor 720, prevent backstabbing all the fiends of good-hearted beings. They don't suit the role, they lack the fashion. So just keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep. I had to relearn what a brother is. I had to relearn. HOTEP, peace and love. HOTEP. Welcome to the house of Aten. Welcome to another excellent Sunday class. We are in for another fantastic, wonderful class presented by the great Menkhu Ara, the new Blu-ray. When culture shifts, power is transitioned. So before we get started, we're going to start with the wonderful affirmation. Great brother, would you like to lead us through the affirmation?
Yes, most definitely.
All right.
On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Anki Maat, Un N-S, Nintet Aset Maat, Min Hepapet Maat, Her in Hu Kui, Per Ikut. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Welcome, everyone. So good that you all are here. Looking forward to tonight's presentation, my share. And now I'm going to introduce the panel. First, we are starting with Ptah. Ptah Aten Tehuti is a representative of the Neteru. He has been searching for the source since a young man and has now found it with Ma'at, with the guidance of Saba Tehuti, who gave him his name to be a reflection of him as Aten Tehuti. As he continues to dig and implement his studies to create the highest quality of presentations with factual information to teach his people, he also creates sound vibrational tones to heal the soul and break the spells of negative hypnosis. He uses sound vibration and conscious thought to recreate the mindset of the Neteru. And next is Atef Rim Kim Maat. He is the chairman of the organization House of Atten. He is also a student of the master teacher, the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. He is the host of the weekly study group. He is a true-hearted follower of the truth based on ancestral artifacts over religious opinions, and he loves his people unconditionally. He is dedicated to KEMET and loyal to Ma'at at all times. Next is Ahati. Ahati Ma'at was taught under the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. He has been a serious student of the teacher of the Kemet culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including a textbook called Journey of Your Soul series. Sorry, guys, I'm a little distracted. Essays and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in-person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public. He has experience in public speaking and academic debating. He is responsible for the creation of the weekly study guide, Sunday class for the House of Aten. And next is myself, Menkhu Ara. Menkhu Ara Meri Maat is a student of Master Teacher Saba Tehuti and a follower of Ma'at. I am the Heb, the festival organizer in the House of Aten. I am a cultural enlightenment advisor and teacher, developer of the Pathways of Awakening, director and producer of documentaries, researcher of ancient civilization, and researcher of the knowledge of spells. Welcome to the House of Aten study tonight.
Yes, to our great brother for reading the introductions, introducing the great brothers. Our Menkhu Maat, he is in travels right now, so he may pop in with us, but he is in travels right now. So peace and love to that great brother. And so let's get started with some announcements. Peace and love to Roberto Reyes, Ma'akaru Amun Ray, who's first one in the chat, who says Ma'at, Hotep Marie Natiru. Peace and love to you, good brother Hotep Marie. The wonderful sister Angela Gates, peace and love. Hotep, peace and love to you. Oxafek, Hotep Ma'at, peace and love. Peace and love to you, great brother. Another wonderful member of the House of Aten, peace and love. Eric G is in the building. Peace. MKD Podcast is in the building. Hotep, peace to you. Minty Hotep says peace and love, Hotep family. Nefer Keperet is here in the building. Hotep Maharu. He says, Hotep, I am not well, but from Eve, I am well to be with Heka Ku. Well, we wish you health, great brother Maharu. Hope you get to feeling better, to be 100% sound. So Hotep, everyone. Master K is in the building. Peace and love, good brother. All right. So yes, this is the House of Aten. And we're in for another wonderful class, the new Blu-ray, When Culture Shifts, Power is Transitioned, by the great brother Menkhu Ara Meri Maat. All right, I want to give a shout out to everyone who is on Rumble as well, because we also stream simultaneously to Rumble. And this platform is a great platform as well, and it's not as restrictive as YouTube, so you can find a lot of great information over here on Rumble that you might not be able to find on YouTube because of that purpose there. So we also have a YouTube or a Rumble there, just in case anything happens to our videos over here on YouTube. So you can go over there and subscribe as well. Rumble.com/user/teachings of Ma'at. We also have a so Teachings of Ma'at is the name for the Rumble channel. You can't change it once you create it. But we also have a channel underneath, so you'll see our logo there, House of Aten. So you can go over there and join us. All right, I want to make sure everyone knows and has the information necessary to be able to get in and start to receive the MetaNetter Monday classes that the great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra hosts for us every single Monday, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, every Monday. You just email him, mysticaltelevision@gmail.com, and say, hey, I want to join in on the MetaNetter classes. Or if you want any of the recordings, we have had 59 classes so far. So you can also purchase those recordings by just emailing him or visiting houseofaten.org/medunetter. All right. There goes the great moderator. Let's give a shout out to the wonderful moderator, Primordial Thought 9, who will be posting all of our links that leads to everything that we're speaking about here. So here is our Cash App and PayPal links. We also accept Ethereum as well. So you can also find our Ethereum code at the houseofaten.org/donate. So peace and love to the great brother Primordial Thought 9. All right, I'm gonna go to the website to show you all here, houseofaten.org. Okay, so this is the home website. This is where you will find all information regarding the House of Aten. Okay, so here's the affirmation that we read before every class. The Saba Tehuti created that he also reads and concludes the classes with this affirmation. You can download this, print it out, and recite this on your own. These are nefer, which is the meta word for beautiful vibrations to speak when you rise and before you rest for the night. So you can download this and print it out if you like. We have an audio book, Teachings of Amen and Mope audio recording. I am currently working on the Teachings of Ptah HOTEP audio recording, so that'll be available very soon. So you can go download this and listen to this. These are wonderful tones. And we go over these writings in the Ma'at Wisdom Wednesday classes that I host for all of the House of Aten members. It's a free class that I created for the members to read through and go over all of the instructions, or what's known as the Sebayit, the teachings of Ma'at. So here's the audio recording of Amen and Mope. Here's our Discord community. So just join in on our Discord. Click this link here. The Discord family is growing. It's beautiful. It's never. We have an open public community meeting that we have once a month, the last Thursday of the month, and it's wonderful. You can come out and let us know your thoughts and just build and converse with one another. So it's never. So I post all the information here. This is where you can, anything that happens with the House of Aten, I post here and you can get the updates live. And I also send out a newsletter. So this is how you get the information. It's by joining our Discord here and by also subscribing here. This right here signs you up for the newsletter. It's a free newsletter that we send out every single week. And I'll show that here, so you all can get a understanding of what the newsletter consists of. So we send this out every single week. And Tehuti podcast 2-year anniversary is December 16th, 2023. And for everyone who would like to be a part of celebrating our great Saba Tehuti, you can send in a 1 to 2 minute video showing your appreciation to Saba Tehuti in the podcast. And the deadline to send in submissions is the 12th, December 12th. So in 2 days is the deadline to send in any submissions to give Saba Tehuti and let him know how the podcast has affected you. All right, so 2 days, I wanted to put that out. And so here's a new section that summarizes the classes that we do prior. The great brother Ahati Ma'at is the one who writes the summarization here. So here I'll read this one. The admonitions of an Egyptian sage found on the Ipuwer papyrus was translated and preserved in William K. Simpson's anthology called The Literature of Ancient Egypt. On page 188, there is a brief synopsis of the time when this powerful warning was brought to the highest authority of Kemet. Though the dates are sketchy, most scholars agree upon 2055 BCE to 1650 BCE is the period described in the text. Let's see if we can relate to this brother's plight. On page 198, third and fourth lines from the top, behold, now the land begins to lose the kingship at the hands of a few men who ignore tradition. Behold, now there arises rebellion against the mighty Uraeus of Re who contents the two lands. The Uraeus symbolizes consciousness, a specific kind, feminine or creative energy. By not following our ancestors' way of life, we eventually destroyed any future attempts to build a great nation of our own again. Till now. Turning to page 204, lines 11, 5 says, remember to observe the ordinances, rightly to assign the dates, and to expel him who is initiated as a priest despite physical impurity. This is what the HOA, the House of Aten, is about. From our great leader Saba Tehuti, Amenhotep Ra, to his 4 pillars of light, Ahati, Ani, Atef, and Menkhu, we have implemented the ordinances of Ma'at for us to observe once again. We have given credence once again to the Natiru dating system to account for our teachings and leadership. we have expelled ISFET from ever controlling our communities again by force. So that's a great summarization of what we read, and some wonderful words from the great brother Ahati Maat. And here's the information as well for the Discord becoming a member. To become a member, you just email me, contact me, Ptah@houseofatten.org. We are looking for any and everyone who is willing to follow Ma'at, to stand on the teachings, and to bring your skill set to the community that we're building here. So whatever it is that you enjoy doing, what you love to do, or if you just want to assist us with something, that's wonderful. And we definitely want to bring in and push forward everyone in their skill set and their talents. Okay, so you can join us. It's wonderful. And by being a member, you have access to be able to have one-on-one classes with the great Saba Tehuti, and you have the Ma'at Wednesday classes that I host, which is a free class for you all right here. The Ma'at Wednesday classes. Wisdom Wednesday class held every first and third Wednesday of every month. Become a member today. And here's a section from the teachings of Ptah HOTEP. Search thyself for every flaw thoroughly, until there exists in your comportment no fault. Great is Ma'at and ever at the ready. Henu to the wonderful Natiru. So we also have a business promotion and creativity section for all of you who are business owners, and you want to be able to promote your business here on our channel. We provide the opportunity for that to happen, especially for the House of Aten members. So if you all want to be able to promote your business, you can just reach out to me and we can definitely set that up. And if you also want to, if you're a writer, a poet, a storyteller, if you dance, if you're an actor, if you create pottery, you play an instrument, and you want to show us your creativity, we definitely want to bring forth all of the creative people. We know there's some extremely creative people here with us, and we want to definitely motivate you all to come forth and showcase your skill set. And this is one of the reasons why we host talent shows. We've had 2 talent shows so far with cash prize winnings. So we definitely offer different avenues for everyone to show us, hey, this is what I'm good at, this is what I like to do, and I want you all to feel this energy and be a part of it. Okay, so you can definitely take advantage of this. Houseofatten.org. This is how you support us. We are based in Ma'at, which is the reciprocity system, which is the scales of balance. So as we provide all of what we provide for you all in building the community and allowing you all to have access the way that you do to our Saba Tehuti and to the teachings, all we ask is that you support us, and we do this to make sure that the energy is balanced and to recreate and reprogram our minds and associate in knowledge with some type of reciprocity. So for a long time, knowledge has been associated with something that needs to be free, and nothing is free. And our ancient ancestors today, when we have these archaeologists go and dig into our sacred sites and pull apart our papyruses and our stelae and our clay tablets and our statues, they are paying millions and millions and millions of dollars for a papyrus with this knowledge and information on it. So they know and understand that knowledge isn't free, but when it comes to us, we tend to shame each other for wanting to make sure that we also support the time and energy that goes into putting all of this together for you all. So they steal our information and charge us to get it back. And no one has a problem with paying $100,000 to go to any type of college to get a degree in something that you most likely won't even have a job in. which happens consistently. That's statistically a fact. So we're recreating and reprogramming our mindset and making sure that we support those that we appreciate and support the information and knowledge and put it back at the pinnacle of wealth, because that's where it belongs. Everyone knows knowledge is power. And here is the great Saba Tehuti, has 2 ebooks, Stepping Out of the Matrix, Melanin Dark Consciousness, that you can also get at the House of Aten, houseofaten.org right here. So all you do is go to the shop section and you can download these. It's an instant download. So as soon as you purchase these, it's an email that's sent directly to your email address for you to download the ebook. And this is what started the House of Aten when we were the teachings of Ma'at. The first 13 episodes of our YouTube channel here is reading through The Secrets of the Ages, Volume 1, Stepping Out of the Matrix. Phenomenal, absolute, beautiful read alongside Melanin Dark Consciousness, Egyptian Science. And we will have merchandise, the new official House of Aten merchandise really soon. And it'll be here as well for you all to purchase. And you can message me here on WhatsApp and you can email me. Also, if you want to customize your own designs, if you want to have if you want to get your own shirt customized, we can absolutely do that as well. So all you have to do is just reach out to me. All right, let's continue through this newsletter here so you all can know what you're getting when you sign up for the newsletter, which is free. All of our links here, all of our links and some information about the foundation of the House of Aten. And here is our active members and our supporters. So everyone who supports us, who sends in any type of support, a Cash App, a PayPal, a Super Chat, a rant over on Rumble, I place here and I make sure that everyone is acknowledged, each person individually. It doesn't matter what you send in. If you send in and you support this information, you absolutely will be placed upon the ritual of our newsletter here, where you will be acknowledged. Okay, so let's give a shout out to our members here: Black Alucard, Angie Martinez, Jason Kirkland, Jay Kirkland, Primordial Thought 9, Stephen E, who is Oxafek in the chat, Eric G, Nook Poo, Nicholas Vinston, Big Vapes, Maharu, Minty Hotep, Nuti Ma'at, Raw Minerals, who is Nahum, and Lit London, who is our latest member, Lit London K, who just became a member. So let's give that great brother a round of applause. Let's give that great brother a round of applause. Let me see if I can get I'm gonna have to get my sounds right.
I can clap and in the meantime.
There we go. Tua, great brother. Tua.
Yo, let's go.
All right. Yeah, my clapper ain't working, but I can give you some bombs for sure. And some air horns. Hotep to the good brother, Lit London, K. All right. So before I pass the mic to the great brother, Menkhu Ara Meri Maat, for him to give us his wonderful presentation, I'm going to show some of the excellent supporters who support the House of Aten. And this is support that was sent in prior to this class. So let's show that. Oh yes, Tua Nefer Keperet. Hit the like button. Everyone hit the like button on your way in.
Push the button. Come on. Push the button.
Push the button. It's right there.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push the button.
Blow everybody up. Push the button. And we also have hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and We also have a way for you to join our YouTube as well. So you can become a member here on YouTube. And let me see, I have that. Yeah, right here. Okay, so this is when you're on a computer. That may be a little bit different on your phone, but here you have the subscribe button. Right next to the subscribe button is join. And if it's not there on your phone, the link is also right there in the description box where it says you can join us. And that's what Neferkeperet has done. Why you see that she has the, if you look, there's an emoji next to the name, Oxafek as well, Minty Hotep as well. Wonderful supporters of the House of Aten. So you can join in. Everyone, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Put it to all so you're notified. So you're notified of every time that we go live. All right, let me put up the support so we can get started.
Peace to all the supporters. We appreciate you for your attention, for your contribution in building the House of Aten.
Can you hear that right there?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I had to do a little. I didn't mean to cut you off, good brother. If you want to.
No, I was just saying much love and appreciation to all our supporters.
Yes, absolutely. Without you all, this would not exist. We would not be having a Pathways to Awakening. We would not have a houseofaten.org. We wouldn't have anything that we have without you all, because you all let us know that this is what you want by supporting. So, all right. So first, let me let's show the great brother Lit Arms, who sent 2047 the membership to become a member. So let's give the great brother a round of applause. To our great brother, Hinu to you, good brother, for supporting us and coming into the information and starting to support right away. So we appreciate you fully, and look forward to continue to build with you and seeing you in the Ma'at Wisdom Wednesday classes, as well as everything else that we're doing. So Hotep to you, good brother. All right, next we have Nook Poo, who sends in 444 for Ankh, Uja, Seneb, Tua, Hinu, Ikaru, Natirus, with 3 netter axes, Ma'at. Hinu to this great brother here, who is a consistent supporter, a wonderful House of Aten member. And he also sent in this as well, 333 for Tua, Ikaru, Blue, Ray, Ma'at. So as you see, he's a wonderful supporter, supports multiple times a week. Nefer, to our great brother, for your consistency and for the energy that you bring as well. So Tua and Hinu to you. All right, next we have the wonderful brother, Stephen Escalar, who is Oxafek in the chat room. Oxafek in the chat room. So Hinu to you, good brother, who sends in 1111 for Hinu, Nefer, Sinu, Hinu, HOA forever. Hinu to you, wonderful brother. So let me give you a round of applause. Hinu to you, good brother. We appreciate you. He's a wonderful, excellent supporter, consistent as well. He is a MetaNetter student. You'll catch him in the Saba Tehuti's MetaNetter Monday classes every week. He is very consistent and has been since the beginning. You're definitely leading by example, good brother. So Tua for doing that and for being a great representation of the House of Aten. All right, and let me check one thing here. Okay, wonderful. Okay, we have one more support to show before we get started. House of Aten, Cash App and PayPal, House of Aten. Okay, share this tab. All right, there we go. Eric G, that's it, who sends in 222. Henu to this great brother here. This is a wonderful brother. He supports in many different ways. Anything that that we may need assistance in, even in the what's known as the physical, he is there to assist us. He definitely is, no questions asked too. So that's a wonderful supporter here. Great brother Eric G. So Henu and Tua to you. All right, we have the wonderful Nani Aset Mur in the building, who says greetings all. Greetings. Hotep to you. She says Tua Ani, Tua Menkhu. Nini Tua to you for being a wonderful supporter of our great Saba Tehuti, and for being an excellent Nefer representation of the Neterets, the way that you are, the wonderful Nani Aset Mur. All right. So last thing I'm going to announce is next week during the next pod class, the 2-year anniversary pod class, we will also have available for you all to get the Pathways to Awakening video. So we recorded it, and I've been putting it together, gathering everything together, creating basically a documentary recollection of the Pathways to Awakening event. It's over an hour long of some of the festivities that we did. The great Nani Aset Mur, she did some wonderful things as well. Led us in a meditation. That's a part of the video. I did a performance, so I did a live performance that'll also be a part of the video, and you'll see a lot of the photos in there, and there might even be an exclusive new sound vibrational tone, a new song for you all in the Pathways to Awakening video. So there'll be some exclusive music in that video for you all to partake in and enjoy. So that'll be available during the next pod class on the 16th, the 2-year anniversary that the great brother Menkhu Ara Meri Maat is also organizing, and as he is the wonderful bringer of festivities for the House of Aten. So look forward to presenting that to you all, and you all will be able to purchase that as well. So it's something that we've all spent a lot of time in. There's a lot of hours that went into this, creating this video for you all, and as you know what we do, the House of Aten, we bring the highest quality, just like the Natiru, just like our ancient ancestors did. So I'm excited for you all to be able to see that as well, and it's going to be wonderful. So Hotep Henu, peace and love to you all, and I'll now pass the mic to the wonderful, excellent Menkhu Ara Meri Maat. Hotep.
To a great brother, Ani Ptah, for all that you do for us, for the House of Aten and Saba Tehuti. You're a great leader, and so I will get started. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Let's share my screen. tour, everyone. I'm gonna bounce around a little bit during my presentation. I have a few videos to share, but welcome to my presentation, The New Blue Ray. When culture shifts, power is transitioned. And so in my development as a student under our great Saba Tehuti, I am seeing things in a very different, powerful way. And so I want to share with you what has been revealed to me in so many powerful ways. And so first I want to start with some adoration. I have another video I want to share. 1 second.
In the fall of 2003, it unleashed an eruption of energy equal to 200 billion hydrogen bombs, blasting a tidal wave of superheated charged particles at speeds of up to 6 million miles an hour. It was one of the largest solar storms ever recorded. And it was aimed at Earth.
They were some of the fastest, hottest, and strongest storms ever measured.
Assaulting the Earth, the sun's energy forced space station astronauts to take cover in their most sheltered compartments. Lights went out, communication streams were cut, airliners scrambled for safety.
This really was a hurricane of space storms.
Though no major damage was done, these storms were a stark reminder that we live at the constant mercy of the sun. It controls all aspects of our lives, our climate, our food, our bodies.
We actually live inside the sun's atmosphere. We, along with all the other planets, are greatly influenced.
But is its influence changing?
It's actually growing more powerful.
Might we lose its protection from deadly cosmic rays?
At its boundary, where it's protecting us from the intergalactic winds, that boundary is actually shrinking a bit.
Will our technology-dependent society be able to handle another solar superstorm?
Sometimes these effects can be so severe that they're catastrophic.
And when will the next superstorm strike?
Three, two, one, go for drop.
Fall 2008. NASA launches IBEX, the Interstellar Boundary Explorer. Part of its mission is to study the effects the sun has on the furthest reaches of our solar system. IBEX joins the long list of human attempts to explain our star's impact on our solar system, our planet, and our lives.
The sun. The sun provides all of our light and heat. If it weren't for the sun, we wouldn't be alive.
We people are very interested in what goes around us. We like to understand our neighborhood. The sun in the universe is our street, our neighborhood.
The sun. We are actually affected by its moons. In fact, it's like the parent, and all the planets are the children that are affected by its moons.
We need to know how it's going to evolve and how the changes that are always happening in the sun affect us here on Earth. The sun. If we want to understand the universe and the stars that make up the universe, then it's important to study the one that's closest to us.
So we in the house of Aten are returning back to source. I'm going to read a couple pages from Legend of the Egyptian Gods. In arranging his thoughts and their visible forms, Khepera was assisted by the goddess Ma'at, who is usually regarded as the goddess of law, order, and truth, and in late times was held to be the female counterpart of Tehuti, the heart of the god Ra. In this legend, however, she seems to play the part of wisdom as described in the book of Proverbs, for it was by Ma'at that he laid the foundation. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his work of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth, while as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him as one brought up with him. This is a paragraph from page 43. The chapter of the divine or mighty, God who created himself, who made the heavens and the earth, and the breath of life, and fire, and the gods, and men, and beasts, and cattle, and reptiles, and the fowl of the air, and the fish, who is the king of men and gods, or Neteru, who existed in one form, to whom periods of 120 years are as single years, whose name by reason of their multitude are unknowable, for even the Neteru know them not. This is page 43, Legends of the Egyptian Gods. Khepera, Ba, and Temu were the three principal forms of the sun god, according to the theological system of the priest Heliopolis. The name by which the boat of Ra is generally known in the Kemetian text. It was this boat which was stopped in its course when Tehuti descended from the sky to impart to Isis, or Aset, the words of power that were to raise her dead child Horus to life, i.e. the sun, i.e. the of the sun and the of the mountain. The sun and the moon were the visible material symbols of the sun god. This is from page 53, The Legends of the Egyptian Gods. So in my share, we're going to talk about, or we're going to explore, who and what is the new blue ray. Blue stars are by far the biggest and brightest in the galaxy. To the naked eye, the stars in the night sky all look similar to each other. The main difference between them being that some are brighter than others. But if you look more carefully, you'll see that stars come in different colors. And this article I'm sharing from space.com. And after my share, I could put that link in the chat if anyone is interested in reading the article. Most of them look white, but some are distinctly red in color, while others are blue. A star's color tells us about its temperature and mass, and blue stars are the hottest and most massive of all. These are photos shared from space.com. Any star that has 3 or more times as much mass as the sun will tend to look blue to our eyes. That's irrespective of other factors such as chemical composition. Blue stars, yellow stars, and red stars alike are made up around 75% hydrogen, 24% helium, and then smaller amounts of other elements. But the fact that blue stars are more massive means they generally have higher intrinsic luminosities than other stars. This means they can be a long way away and still remain visible in the sky. So I'm gonna ask the chat, did anybody know or have awareness of these blue stars? Let's get a little participation in the chat. And so, is this the blue ray? Is this one of the blue rays that we are going to explore in my share? Most definitely. I was not aware that that there are blue stars, and the sun is a star. And so I'm going to be connecting dots throughout the course of my share, my presentation. Blue stars are blue because they're very hot. This sounds wrong because in the everyday world, for example, on weather maps, red means hot and blue means cold. But blue light carries more energy than red light, which means it needs a hotter radiation source to produce it. This explains why blue stars, are hotter than red stars, and also has a down-to-earth consequence. If you ever seen metal been heated up in a forge, first it glows red, then as it gets hotter, it turns blue-white. The higher temperature of blue stars, coupled with their high luminosity, means that they're constantly blasting out huge amount of energy into space. As a consequence, they burn through all their fuel very quickly, making them the shortest lived of all stars. Remember that piece. Remember that piece. This is a little bit of, there's going to be a little bit of quiz throughout my share, throughout my presentation. For this reason, blue stars are most often observed near to the star-forming regions where they were born. The highest mass stars, greater than 3 times the sun mass, appear blue in color when they're on the main sequence and they get through all their hydrogen fuel more quickly than lower mass stars.
Hey, Brother Menkhu.
Yes.
Would you like me to read the responses from the question that you asked in the chat room?
Sure, great brother.
All right. So the great brother Roberto Reyes said yes, he's familiar. And you know, this is the blue man here. This is the blue netter, Roberto Reyes. So we know he would know that. Tua to you. Big Vape says, no awareness. I'm mostly focused on the bright white lights. Angela Gates says, never heard of them, Menkhu. All right. Ox Effect says, no, I was not aware.
Tua, great, wonderful.
Golden Eye. Oh, there's a couple more.
Okay, beautiful.
Golden Eye says, yes, I've heard of blue stars. I've always thought they were so cool to look at. It always made me wonder about the beings that live amongst it. Right? Sandra Shepard, peace to you, sister. Welcome to the class. Says, yes, I used to think it was a UFO because of it changing colors. All right, excellent. All right. To our everyone for your participation in the chat. We always love to see that. So hinu to you all. All right, great brother Menkhu Ara.
To our great brother Ani Ptah. And so here's a illustration of a comparison of star sizes. So this is really interesting, right? Because the sun is referred to as the superstar, which would, in our mind, would mean like when we think of the sun, some people don't think of it as a star, but sometimes the sun is referred to as a superstar. So remember that as we go through this journey, as we explore all the things that I'm going to share. So as we can see, the red dwarf is the smaller one, right? The lower limit, 0.08 solar masses. And then our sun is 1 solar mass. And then there's the red giant, a very old star that evolved from stars of 5 solar masses. And then we have the blue-white super giant, which is 150 solar masses. So this is wonderful new information that I'm learning and I'm sharing with you all as I'm looking good, right? I shared this, I believe, in our last Sunday, or maybe during the Saba Tehuti's last pod class, about as you come into Ma'at, you start to look good. And so the things that you want to see changes, shifts, and that is my new definition, association of looking good and seeing through the eyes of Ma'at and the Neteru. And then you're good looking when you start to allow the Neterus to transform you, you become more and more good looking to the Neteru. So during my share, we will explore 2 cultures that I have observed shifting in very, very powerful ways. I will also share some observations and respond properly and add some cultural commentary to the things that I'm observing. So I am definitely 100% a very visual person. And I consider myself a visionary. I consider myself a seer. I consider myself in training by the great Saba Tehuti and the brothers in this leadership and the Neterets and our family, as our family grow, that I feel like I'm being developed into a prophet, into a seer, and even a more powerful visionary. And the Neterus are, shaping me as well. And so we know that Ma'at means to see, to examine, to inspect, to perceive, to look at. And then we have seen and visible. And so the way my lens and the way that I'm perceiving things has changed drastically since I come into the energy of the great Saba Tehuti and the Neteru. So during my share, I will bring forth an invitation for those who have expressed interest and a deep curiosity, but need a key master to guide you into and on the pathways of awakening, to take you higher and deeper on your journey and open doors you didn't or you don't know that exist, and open doors you have not entered. And so the key master is our Saba Tehuti. So my presentation and share, I'm going to be addressing a broader community beyond our community, and also it's going to be an invitation for them to learn more about the House of Aten and to maybe become a member of the House of Aten, or a ally or a collaborator with us in the House of Aten, because as culture shifts, power is transitioned, and I believe power is being transitioned in some very powerful ways, and we're gonna get into that in my share in this discussion. So peace to the chat. Let's get active again. I want you to name a few artists that that you have witnessed that have expressed interest in KEMET via song or rap lyrics or their artwork or jewelry or even shows that they've attempted to do. Who are some people in the so-called music industry or the entertainment industry, which I do not call it that. I call it the cultural industry, because a lot of what is expressed is coming from people's hearts and their souls, right? The creativity comes from various places, but I believe that we are living in the Heka. We are living in a very powerful energy all around us. Everything that exists, as it comes to nature, was created by the Neteru. So I believe that creativity is a very spiritual, very powerful energy. And Saba Tehuti teaches us that everything is created from sound vibration. So how can this just be an entertainment, so-called entertainment industry, if all of this comes from the Neteru, right? Sound vibration comes from the Neteru. So who are some artists that you have heard or witnessed that kind of talk about KEMET a little bit, seem to have a little bit of interest or talk about it a little bit? And we're gonna really kind of do a deep dive into this, because I've been very, very conscious and aware, and we all are, of music, right? And melanated rich people who may know a little bit about KEMET. Ani Ptah, if you're there, if you can maybe read the chat again, that would help me out.
Yes, of course. All right. Oxafek says Erica Badu.
Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. Minty Hotep says myself with a fire flame. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Big Vapes. Roberto Reyes says Sun Ra. Big Vape says Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes. Killer Priest, RZA, Nas, Donnie Arcade, Planet Asia, Hieroglyphics, and Saba Tehuti.
Nice.
Roberto Reyes says Ani Ptah. Nice too. Angela Gates says Nas.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. Robert Williams says Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sandra Shepard says KRS-One.
Yes.
Golden Eye says I found a jazz group called Sons of Kemet, but there's no lyrics, just instruments.
Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Now I can see the chat. Cool, cool. Excellent. Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, we're going to touch on some of those artists. And I found there's some sisters have a song. I can't remember the name of the group, but they have a song called Nights Over Egypt. And so, yes, beautiful. So people, have like a basic knowledge.
You're talking about the Jones Girls.
Yes. Yes, I love that song. Yes, Ahati Ptah, you tuned in, most definitely. So it's I want to explore and have this conversation because I haven't witnessed or heard anyone having the conversation which on this journey that we're about to explore. And so we're gonna get into it. And so there's other artists as well. And so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna give them an invitation to go further than what we know so far. And I'm gonna also bring forth an invitation for us to hear more about what they know, because we don't know necessarily what they know, but they obviously have had some kind of introduction of KEMET. And so we're going to get into this whole journey about this thing. So let's begin with a few artists involved in the so-called music industry. I call it the culture industry. So Pharoah Monch, I think, is one of the first artists who had like a name that we know is definitely image, a concept that was, or a position that comes from Kemet, and that is the pharaoh, right? So the term king comes from pharaoh, and so Pharoah Monch is one of the first artists with a Egyptian name kind of thing. And so Pharoah Monch was part of a group. He was a member of a group called Organized Confusion. And so Pharoah Monch, we would like to know what you know about Kemet and why you decided to take on the name Pharoah Monch. And then I would love to have a discussion or hear an interview of why you have, it looks like you're in a, what you probably know is a mummy. And so we also want to do some teaching, because that's not the actual meta-netter term that we are learning or that we use. And so Pharoah Monch, we're very interested in this album cover. This album is, this is the album cover from his solo album, Desire. And so please, too, in the chat, you all are welcome to put some reactions in the chat of what you think about the various things that I'm sharing. And if you know or have you not heard of the things that I'm going to be bringing forward. So this is Pharoah Monch from his album cover, Desire. And so has anyone, I'm like an elder, I'm older, right? Probably one of the older people in our community in the house of Aten. And so has anyone heard the song Egypt, Egypt? This is an artist from LA from 1984. Some of you may not have been born or were very, very young when this song came out. But there's a song called The Egyptian Lover. And so maybe after this presentation at the end of the night, you can check out some of this music, or you can check it out now. But this is an artist that I used to I love this song. And so now coming into this energy and re-listening, it's like it's really interesting to have that experience. Like it's like time traveling, right? So I'm gonna play a video of an interview about this brother, and so let me play this video. It's really interesting. Let me see if I can find it. Not that one. One second. I cannot see all my videos. Let me just see something. The screen is weird. Oh, here it is.
So about Egypt, what was it that attracted you to Egypt? Like, what made you bring that into your...
Well, growing up in the hood, the first thing you want to do is get out the hood. So in my mind, I took myself out the hood, and I just took myself to any place I could find, which was probably just Egypt at the time. So it was going to be Egyptian lover or Jerusalem jerk, and I just chose Egyptian lover. And that was actually my name before I started DJing or anything like that. And all my friends were gangsters, and they had their names put on the back of their jackets and in old English writing. And like you had Mr. Guns, you know, that was the guy with the guns. You had like Mr. No Good, you know, he was treating all the women bad, knock you out. That was his name. He was a big old strong dude. And I had Egyptian lover on the back of my jacket. Like, well, you ain't no gangster, like, but I'm dressed like y'all, so don't beat me up. And I was a big dude. I was 6'1" back in the day, so nobody ever came up to me like that. But the women liked the name Egyptian Lover, so I stuck with the name.
Well, at the same time, you're reaching back to this like ancient tradition, but also making super futuristic music.
Well, the name was way before the music started. So when I was in high school, I started making mixtapes and doing raps with it with the name Egyptian Lover, and everybody thought it was very creative and very, you know, different. So I stuck with the name. And then when I made the record, Egypt, for the women, Egyptian Lover stuck. And not only in LA, it just started spreading, you know, really fast. The pressing plant, Macola, actually started bootlegging the record, like sending them out without me knowing about it. But that, in the long run, actually helped me promote the record. So like he sold 50 to New York that I didn't know about. That was 50 promo copies to me personally that I didn't get paid on, but it helped me get noticed in New York. So when they sold the 50 records, they would actually call the number on the record, which was my number, and say, we want to order 100 now. Like, well, how you get the first 50? Well, actually, that don't matter. If you want 100, this is where you send the check and blah, 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 blah. And so all these different places around the United States are reordering this record. And I'm like, damn, well, how did they get the first records? So I never even worried about the first records. Probably was 100,000 that went out. Never worried about that because we sold 4 million plus after that. So, and it was on my own record label. I was the distributor. I mean, it was no middleman. It was just me and you guys. And that was it.
Well, let's listen to Egypt, Egypt.
Now remember, this was to get the chicks, okay? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name, baby? My whole name. That was actually a rip from Planet Rock. I just played at half speed instead of doing the whole Planet Rock thing. I just did a half speed and came up with that. So being a DJ, I wasn't a good composer or producer or anything like that. I just made the record as I would DJ. Like, I'm gonna cut this record in. Now I'm gonna cut this record in. So it had no arrangement on the record. So everything was like cutting like a DJ, and that was kind of rare back in the day because nobody did records like that. So this one has no like verse, chorus, breakdown. This is just all over the place, and it was a good party record because this is how DJs cut the records back then. So that's what I did. The quality of the record was pressed so good because the engineer I was using at the time was getting paid by the hour, and he stretched the song out so long, like EQing this beat, EQing this snare, EQing this clap, just to make more money for him. But in the long run, he made the record so clean that it sounds this good 30 years later.
I can deal with that situation. I don't care about my reputation.
So this is a song from 1984, and so I think it's just really interesting to me. In the chat, you can share with me if you've heard this song before. And so it's funny that he mentions that he made this for the ladies, but this was like a big breakdance song, and I think the reason why it was like popular for breakdancers was he mentioned that he sampled another huge breakdance song, which was Planet Rock from Africa Bambaataa. I don't know if you guys know the history of hip hop, but Africa Bambaataa was one of the pioneers. The hip hop was birthed in Bronx, New York. I think it was like 73. And so August 11th was the 50-year anniversary of hip hop. And Africa Bambaataa was one of the leaders in the community that started having events at like community centers, because the conditions in the Bronx, New York, when hip hop was birthed, they say were worse than a third world country. And the gang violence was very high. The drug dealing was really, really bad in New York during this time. There was a lot of middle-class people fleeing the Bronx. So there's a lot of abandoned buildings. And so a lot of people, a lot of landlords started to hire people to like burn the buildings down so they could get insurance money. And so the conditions of so much poverty during this time. And so what Africa Bambaataa did, and I think it was Grandmaster Flash and DJ Kool Herc, they were kind of like the ones that would speak to the gangs and speak to the drug dealers and have the connection with the community centers, and would do events so that people in the community would have positive outlets to get together. And instead of Africa Bambaataa and the pioneers of hip hop encouraged MCs to battle instead of fighting and killing each other, or breakdance battles. And then graffiti artists would have their battles, and DJs would battle as well. And so this was really important to the community and to the culture, and for them to have the courage and the cultural insight to try and curb the violence was very powerful. So Planet Rock was a song from Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa was a part of the group. And so he sampled this song, and like he said, this ended up selling 4 million copies. And for him to be an independent during that time, was like groundbreaking. And so shout out to the Egyptian lover. We would like to learn, like, I would be very interested in kind of where you're at and your knowledge of Kemet. What's been going on with your career as a DJ and all that. And so I did this little thing, and I think our Saba Tehuti is the new and living Kemet Egyptian lover, because he's been teaching so long, and we're transitioning. We've transitioned to the House of Aten. He's taught so many people individually. His resume is extremely impressive. So for me, he's the Egyptian lover. So I wanted to add that in there.
Hold on, Menkhu Ara, weren't you a b-boy? Didn't you use the pop and lock? You didn't hit no moves with the music came on? What?
Yeah, so in my city, I moved to Madison in 1983. I'm originally born and raised in Chicago, and so right around the time when breakdancing started to become really big, I was a part of a little crew. I think my first time seeing someone pop or lock live was like right on my block in Chicago. So that made like a huge impression on me. And so Chicago is just a city of culture. Like blues is big there. House music was just formulating in Chicago. And Chicago, I think at the time, was the third biggest city in the country. So a lot of music, a lot of things come through Chicago. And so growing up in Chicago was like bigger than life, because we have the Sears Tower, which is one of the tallest buildings in the world. We have the Museum of Science and Industry. We have the Shed Aquarium. We have parades. We have it's a large, melanated, rich population. So we are into, people in Chicago know about what's going on as far as like fashion, music, and culture, and radio, and all of that stuff. And so when I moved to Madison, there wasn't a whole lot of breakdance crews in the city. And so the first middle school that I went to, the first friends that I made were a bunch of brothers in the breakdance crew. And so I joined that breakdance crew. And so during that time, we used to battle, we used to do performances. So in my city, in the city of Madison, the university here is the University of Wisconsin. And so my breakdance crew, we were called the HBOs, Homeboys Only. And we got to dance. We danced in the state capitol. Madison is the capital of the state of Wisconsin. And not only did we dance in the capitol for the governor, but our crew also used to dance halftime at UW men's basketball games. And so I was well known in the hip hop community, but I started off as a b-boy. So yes, Ani, you are 100% correct. I'm a b-boy at heart. That is how my love of hip hop began, through breakdancing first. I didn't want to, that was like my skill. I have a lot of energy and I was athletic. I was always playing sports. So being a b-boy made the most sense to me. I didn't want to DJ. I didn't want to be an MC. And I'm not really, as far as like drawing and stuff like that, graffiti wasn't my thing. So breakdancing was how I came into hip hop.
Do you have some footage hidden somewhere, locked in a safe?
I should have put this in my presentation, but I have a picture with my crew. Like, so here's the thing too. So our manager was from New York. I think he was either from Brooklyn or the Bronx. And so he moved to Madison and he managed us and he got us gigs all throughout the city. He got us a rehearsal space. He was very active for our breakdance crew. But here's the sad news. So when he moved to Madison, he didn't bring all of his stuff. And so when he moved back to New York from Madison, his house burned down. And when his house burned down, all our video and all our photos got burned. But we have a little like photos here and there, but I don't think we have any video of us breakdancing. But we're always constantly digging to try and find that. And then what you all may not know, but Ptah knows, I'm in the process of directing and producing a docu-series about 50 years of hip hop in my city, because I was a part of the culture. So I'm telling everyone's story, but I'm also, it's a big deal to me because I'm telling my story, and no one has ever documented this history. So it's an honor to commemorate history and do the research and collect all the artifacts and data for hip hop that's happened in the city that I live in.
Nice. Nani Asset Mer says, bust a move for us.
Maybe at the next Pathways of Awakening, we'll have more time. We'll like actually be able to dance and celebrate, and we'll bust some moves for y'all.
There we have it.
Yes. So now we're gonna really get into some of the artists that have a lot of influence, right? There's artists in the culture industry, what a lot of people call the music or the entertainment industry, have, what we can see are interests or expressions that relates to KEMET. And so I want to invite them to come on our platform, or even if it's not on our platform, I want to know what people know. And if they got to a place where I think a lot of people have interest in the motherland, so-called Africa. I think people want to know their history. I think people want to know more about KEMET, but they don't have the right teacher. And so Nas has, in my presentation and just, kind of staying in tune to music and art and culture and history, Nas has quite a bit of expression that he is interested in KEMET and Maat. Nas, I know a teacher, a great teacher you should vibe with, because as y'all gonna see in my presentation, Nas actually has a big interest in KEMET. Nas, I know an artist, you know what I mean? If you really want, I know an artist, you might want to bring him onto, a track with you. He's really, really dope. So this is the album cover for Nas' third studio album that was released April 1999. This is from his album I Am. This is Nas imposing himself into what looks like a King Tut kind of a thing. You can see, he's fixed himself into a pharaoh. And so I'm going to share some of the lyrics. I'm going to play the song, but I'm going to share the lyrics for one of my favorite albums that came out during the pandemic. Was definitely King's Disease. Like, during the time when the world pretty much got turned upside down by the pandemic, there was not a lot of music coming out. And I think Nas may have had the best music that came out during the pandemic with King's Disease. So one of his songs, Nas is Good. These are his lyrics. He says, touch up the game like a photo edit, camera roll like Oscar. I don't know how to pronounce this last name. They got to roll the credits like Rome. Like Rome came into Kemet and they stole the essence before they watered it down and taught us bogus lessons written in stone. Write whatever in your history books. He's like, me and ancient Egyptian skin tones had similar looks. On my trip out to Cairo, I felt home on arrival. I swam in the Red Sea, took a boat on the Nile. So Nas has been to Kemet. So Nas, I want to see that footage of your trip. I want to hear. I've not heard any interviews where you talk about Kemet. And I know spirituality is a very private and special thing. So I don't want to disrespect your journey, but I think you could definitely influence people in a very positive way if you shared your story and your interest in Kemet. And if you want to know more, I know a few teachers. I know a few very dope teachers, very dope brothers. One of them is an artist. Well, actually, two of them spits bars. And so I think it would be interesting to have Nas on our platform or an interview with him and Saba Tehuti. And so that's just how my mind works. And so here's one of the most prolific producers of our time, Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder has produced music for Erykah Badu. He produced Honey. He produced the group Lil Brother. He does Rhapsody's beats. He has produced for Jay-Z. He has produced for a lot of people. So this is the album cover for instrumentals that so when I'm in my car, I'm listening to instrumentals mostly. A lot of the time I'm listening to instrumentals so I can still have my thoughts and still listen to music. And so Ninth Wonder has 30 songs on this album, and he titled it Tun Akaman, Valley of the Kings. And we know that that's not what the Metanetter or what the follower of Ma'ats call what the public knows or general public knows as the Valley of Kings. So Ninth Wonder, I would love to hear you talk about your interest in Kemet and King Tut. We would love for you to come on our platform. And I know a MC, that you might want to get with that actually raps about Kemet and is a follower of Ma'at. And so this is KRS-One's, and peace and shout out to the chat because y'all mentioned some of these artists. And so KRS-One is definitely a legend when it comes to lyricism and hip hop and being one of the founders. And I think KRS-One is from the Bronx, New York. KRS-One talks about spirituality a lot in his music, and he talks about the community and things that needs to be changed. Self-Destruction is definitely one of my favorite songs. Oh, I want to say something too about Nas before I get too far and deep into my presentation. Pardon me. Nas, one of my favorite songs by Nas is a song called Black Zombies. So if you have not heard Black Zombies, you need to listen to that song, because that's a fire song. And this is Nas being really conscious. And you know, that song is an example of him definitely not caring about record sales or image or anything, and he's just speaking truth. And so back to KRS-One. Saba and KRS-One know each other. They talk. They talk. They know each other. So KRS-One, we would love to have you on a Tehuti Pi class. I don't speak for Saba, but y'all know each other. So I'm sure you are aware of his teaching abilities. And so I found it really interesting that you have a song titled Meta Netter. Have anybody in the chat, has anybody heard this song that KRS-One has, Meta Netter? So KRS-One has a song titled Meta Netter in one of his latest albums that came out. KRS-One, I would like for you to do a part 2 to this song and have some artwork, or you speaking Meta Netter, or rapping something, because in this song there's not really Meta Netter in it, but I know you are definitely a researcher and very into spirituality and history and art and music in a real way. And so I would love to hear you do a part 2 to Meta Netter. And I know an MC, like he's nice. Like he had a artist refer to one of his songs as a master thesis. And so there's a brother that you should meet, you should do music with. This brother would have been perfect on this song. And I'm talking about, if y'all know what I'm talking about Andy Ptah. And Saba Tehuti spits rhymes too, and writes rhymes, and is super nice, right? He's on songs with Killer Priest, and he's rapped on the KP Podcraft. And so I just think it would be an awesome opportunity for cultures to shift. I am ready for hip hop to shift, so the power can be transitioned. And so the House of Aten, we are doing some amazing things. And so I just want to put out these tones and these vibrations of who we are and what we do and what we value. And so this is an invitation to build community with people with influence, so they can learn from the master teacher, so they can put out the sound and tone vibrations that's going to be good for the universe. Common is from the city I was born and raised in. Common has a song called Pyramids on the Black America Again album. Common, same to you, great brother. Like, you spit very community oriented music. You spit positive music. Your reach is very, very far. And so you may not know this, but the actual name for what you know as pyramids is not pyramids. That's not the actual name. That's like a Greek or Roman name. And so Common, we would love to have you build with us. I know an MC that can, rap about what the pyramids really are. I know an amazing teacher, Saba Tehuti, because you're expressing interest in KEMET and Maat. and history and art and culture in a real way. And so we would like to build with you. I heard this term that really impacted me in a powerful way. And the term is appropriate empathy. And so I want to have appropriate empathy for people in the so-called music industry and entertainment industry. And I want to have appropriate empathy for everyone that has been miseducated and hit these ceilings, right? Because the Greek and the Romans and educators they present us with what is not the whole story. And so it's time for our people to come home and learn your true identity and learn what the Kemetians said about themselves, and us returning to ancestral artifacts over religious opinion and miseducation. There's so much miseducation. And so this is an invitation. I am the organizer of festivities for the House of Aten. And I want to impact the world because I know our Saba Tehuti is the greatest teacher that can help people heal from whatever is happening in the so-called entertainment industry, because there's a lot of isfat that is happening in the industry right now. And so the biggest thing too is the exploitation of melanated rich people. The whole thing of streaming is, I understand and respect that is the industry and that's the career path that people are on, but there's no way you can track the streams. And so people are being exploited. The artists are making basically pennies off of their energy that they're putting into this. And so this is just the invitation. It's just an invitation because this is just how I'm wired. I've been in community for a very long time, and this is my lifestyle. So this is how I'm on it. So I'm having this transformation, this rebirth. And so when I'm listening to music and when I'm seeing things through the eye of Ma'at. And it's my responsibility to spread these messages, to put out these tones, to make peace and build bridges. And so this is the purpose of my presentation, just the observation through the eye of Ma'at. This is another song that Nas put out. I think this is actually the album that Kanye produced. This is the album Nasir. This album was released in 2018, and Nas has a single. It's called "Not for Radio." And so the song opens up. These are the first lines on this single. And he says, "Black Kemet gods, Black Egyptian gods, summoned from heaven, blessed, dressed in only Goyard." And so Nas has knowledge. He's been to Kemet. And so I'm a follower of Ma'at, and I have not been to Kemet yet. So you have to, going to the motherland, going to Kemet is not an inexpensive trip, right? So he put some thought, time, effort, and energy into going to Kemet. And it could have just been a vacation, but there's so many different places in the world. So most of the time when people are going to Kemet, there's very specific reasons why you're taking that trip. Like me personally, I would not be taking that trip lightly. Like that is definitely on my on my ba and ka to visit and have that experience to going there. So Nas, if there is footage, if you have, you know, anything that you would like to share about your trip, your knowledge, who's your teacher? Like, how did you come into your interest in KEMET? And so that's it. This is just me dreaming, I guess. This is my wish list as well. And so this is just an ask. So this is an interest. I will be shutting everything down to see that interview. I would have my popcorn and want to hear, because your influence is international, right? Nas's influence, all of the artists that I'm mentioning, their influence is very, very vast, very, very, very big. These folks are very, very connected. And so this is just, you know, an interest that I have, a lot of passion for it. And so this is Kanye West. He's from my city too. And so Kanye, if it is true, what is in the media spent, and this isn't, you know, money is an energy, money is money. So according to the articles, the information on the internet is he paid $300K for this necklace and medallion, and then he had this 2-finger ring which has what the world knows is pyramids on it. And so this is Horus. So Kanye, what was the inspiration for you buying this jewelry? And out of all of the Netzeru, why did you get Horus? What do you know about KEMET? Why did you choose to have Horus be the medallion on this chain? So this is questions that I have. I'm super curious. I'm super curious about this. Is, you know, and you know, there's a lot of people that have big jewelry and rap. It's part of the culture, right? And people get medallions of all kinds of things, but Horus is Horus, right? So I would love to hear. I am just super interested. I just want to know. So I know Kanye is claims he's Christianity is his faith, and so this would be a very interesting interview. Oh my God, I have so many questions, right? So I would love to learn what he knows or what his inspiration for why he got this medallion. And now we're going to get into Erykah Badu. I don't know why, I don't know how I put this together. It has to be just being a student of Saba Tehuti, because I am able to recognize things that I was not previously able to recognize. I never put it together. Maybe I'm slow and y'all knew this already and y'all could put it in the chat. But Erykah Badu, Ka and Ba, I never put that together until recently. These are terms that is meta-netter. And so I remember from her first album talking about the Ankh. And she wears the jewelry and she wears the head wrap, and it was a big deal. Erykah Badu knows a lot about KEMET, right? Like she is straight up, like she is, I think she knows way more that she expresses in her music. But I think she definitely is not afraid and has a lot of courage and expression. And so I think she may have, I think people consider her one of the first people in so-called neo soul. I don't even, I think that they say Jay Dilla kind of created the sound for neo soul, but I don't even know how that whole term came about, neo soul. But anyways, the Ka, Erykah Badu has the Ka and the Ba in her name. I salute you, Erykah Badu, because you were one of the first people to talk about the Ankh in your music and to wear the Ankh. And you even have a section in your song where you break down the Ankh. And so I have a video of Erykah Badu talking about the Ankh. I'm going to share that right now.
Because I like it.
Well, it's a loaded word. It's Ankh, to me, is funk without the F. And also it's this word. It's a word that you can find on the walls of the ancient hieroglyphics in Kemet. Kemet is the original name for Egypt. Kemet means land of black faces. This word means life. This round portion represents the womb of the woman. These two portions represent the fallopian tubes or the children. And this is the male principle or the birth canal. And altogether, that's eternal life. It's life. It's ever flowing. And it means also evolution.
I absolutely dig it. See, I be listening to it so much, I forget that I'm supposed to be saying something again because I get so caught up.
So Erykah Badu, I know some teachers. You know, I know some teachers. It will be really amazing to vibe with you, to build with you, to talk about some potential projects around Kemet. Saba and Ani Ptah have done super amazing teachings on the Ankh, and I'm doing this because I feel like Saba is the greatest teacher, right? And what we're building is really special, and it would be interesting to learn more about where folks are at in their journey, right? Like, how did Erykah Badu come into what she knows about Kemet? It's like super fascinating to me. Like, I really feel a lot of energy and passion around my share today and just exploring all of this. And so I have a question for the chat. Can anyone tell me how many songs do Erykah Badu have with the meta-netter being spoken in it? And what are the names of those songs? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Erykah Badu. I saw her. I saw her in concert in Chicago. I think it was right before the pandemic, and she did something super special. Let me see. I won't share. Let me see. I don't know if I'll share that in this presentation. Maybe I'll share it. Maybe I'll share it. She did something that is super, super powerful in her stage show. Does anybody know in the chat? Can anybody tell me how many songs that Erykah Badu have with the meta-netter actually being spoken in her song? Someone is fluently speaking meta-netter in some of her music. Does anybody know how many songs she has with the meta-netter in it? And what are the names of those songs? Let me look at the chat and see if anybody has any idea. Unknown. Robert Williams said, Angela Gates says, I don't know the lyrics of her songs. Let me see. Okay, well, let me share. I'll share with you guys because actually one of the songs Sabo put me on to because he shared it in the podcast one. And another song I discovered on my own, just being a music lover and listening to music all the time. So Erykah Badu has 2 songs with meta-netter tones being spoken in them. One of the songs is called Incense, and the other song is called Twinkle. And so Erykah, whoever that person is speaking meta-netter, we would like to interview him. We would like to vibe with y'all because y'all on the same type of time we on in the house of Aten. And so we want to build, right? I'm ready. I think a lot of people are ready for the culture to shift and for power to transition. And so Erykah, you ahead of the game. You ahead of the game because you are already doing this. You are already representing in a powerful way. So I want to say Hino to you, Tua to you for just being a powerful energy in yourself. This is a picture of Erykah Badu again with the Ankh as a ring. That ring is really, really nice. And this is Erykah's America album cover. And as you can see, right above her third eye, she has the Ankh on her album cover. So she's definitely tuned in. And so I have this question again. Who and what is the new blue ray? Who and what is the new blue ray? And then we have this picture of the ibis bird and inside of the sun. So in 1996, Erykah Badu became involved with the rapper Andre 3000 of Outkast, and with whom she had her first child. She had a son named Seven Sirius Benjamin on November 18th of 1997. So during my last presentation, I shared info about how the followers of Ma'at celebrated festivals and ceremonies. We're gonna go a little bit deeper into that. Let me see something. Boom. Can anyone name the artist who is aligned with the follower of Ma'at with the last album that they just released? Who am I thinking of? So this is the info. Here is some info that I shared in my last presentations, which was right after the Pathways of Awakening. And our first House of Aten stream. So I'm going to share a little information, a couple paragraphs from the handbook, The Life of Ancient Egyptians. Yes, Robert Reyes is in tune. Hello to you, great brother. Let me put this in. Present in a better screen. Boom, here we go. So, in ancient Kemet, musical instrument played by the Egyptians included various kinds of harps, the lute, the lyre, both imported from Asia. I don't know if this is factual, in the Hyksos period of 1550 BC. Trumpet, flutes, double clarinets, and double pipes. These wind instruments were made of wood. Does this jog anybody's memory of my last presentation? And this is a picture of a reed flute pierced with 4 holes. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So I asked the question again. Can anyone name the artist who is in alignment with the followers of Ma'at? And they just recently released the album, which I feel like was a cultural shift and is encouraging the power to be transitioned. Yes, who is that? Big Vapes. Yes, Big Vapes. Y'all in tune. Y'all in tune with me. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just share something with y'all really quick. Check this out. This is gonna be, watch this, y'all. Watch what's about to happen.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Bring it in, bring it in. I like the shirt.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, stripes.
Yeah.
Just trying to be like you.
It's stripe
Just trying to
time.
be like you.
Get your stripes. Yeah.
We should make it clear that you actually use this laundromat.
Yeah. This is a laundromat not too far from my house.
How'd you end up out here?
I was making a move from New York, and it was really supposed to be like a 6-month kind of, reset. Come to California, get some sun. Hey.
What is that?
I got it from Ramses the Great Museum in San Fran. We went to this thing, and I bought this just as.
And now he's just the laundry guardian.
He hangs out like I sit him in the windowsill of my car. Like me and my son, kind of like, and I think Seven may have put like just a plain rubber ducky. And then when I saw this one, I was like,
that's beautiful.
We're gonna freak it. Like that's the Egyptian one. So
and
yeah,
it's like your son a little bit with you too, which is beautiful. I think people would be surprised to know that you go to a laundromat to do your laundry.
So we're gonna get into this. Like this is something for me.
By Buck Wild for outselling Nas, Lil Wayne, and more with Flute album. Hey, what's up? I'm A-Dub, and check this out. So on Monday, November 27th, Buck Wild took to Instagram where he showed 3 Stacks Some Love after his debut solo project raked in over 24,000 in first-week album sales, outperforming recent releases from fellow rap greats like Nas and Lil Wayne. Rappers Andre 3000 outsold with his Flute album, 24K. Buck Wild wrote in his post, which listed a dozen artists, that Andre 3000 has eclipsed in terms of first-week figures. In addition to Nas's Magic 2, 17,000, and Lil Wayne's The Fix Before the 6, 19,000, the list also included Kodak Black's Pistols and Pearls, $23,000, French Montana's Coke Boys 6, $21,000, and Ice Spice's Like, $15,000, among others. Outselling mainstream rappers with an ambient flute album is such an Andre 3000 thing to do. According to Hits Daily Double, New Blue Sun debuted at number 30 on this week's Billboard 200 after opening with 24,244 album equivalent units. It's important to note, however, that Billboard has yet to confirm these numbers as the chart has yet to be updated in full. Meanwhile, Drake's For All the Dogs returned to number 1 thanks to its Scary Hours 3 Deluxe Edition, which racked up 145,000 units over the last week. The album previously debuted atop the Billboard 200 last month and is now surpassed 1 million units in the US, making it eligible for platinum certification. A couple of weeks ago, Andre 3000 surprised the music world by announcing his debut album with just a few days' notice, then shocked it further by revealing the project was entirely instrumental and based around him playing of the flute. In the press release for the album, 3 Stacks divulged why he would not be rapping on the album, which marks his first full-length release since Outkast's Idlewild in 2006. There's this misconception that I just won't do it. I think people feel like I'm sitting around on rap albums or sitting around and I'm just not putting them out in that way. And no, it's not like that, he said. In my mind, I really would like to make a rap album, so maybe that happens one day, but I gotta find a way to say what I want to say in an interesting way that's appealing to me at this age. Despite being met with mixed review by fans, the project has received an outpouring of praise from the likes of Questlove, who hailed it as medicine for the soul, and Pete Rock, who called it amazing. Lupe Fiasco went one step further last week by rapping over the intro song, drawing criticism from Joe Budden in the process. But let us know your thoughts in the comments.
So I'm super intrigued by this, right? So did y'all just see, was that intentional or is that coincidence? So Andre 3000 is doing an interview with GQ magazine. He's in the laundromat. He is digging in the bag for his laundry, and he pulls out a Ramses rubber ducky. So is this coincidence or is he trying to make a statement? So Andre 3000 turned down $30 million to go on an Outkast tour because he was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So Andre 3000 hasn't released a solo album or really done anything musically like traditional rap or what he was doing for 17 years. So the last record that or verse that we heard from Andre 3000 was on Big Mike's last album. And the title of the song is Scientists and Engineers, I think. And if you listen to the verse, he is really rapping about spiritual things. He's not really doing the status quo. So anyways, let's get back to this interview, right? So he pulls out a Ramses rubber ducky that he got from a Ramses museum in San Francisco. This is what he said verbatim. He says his son has a rubber ducky that he has on the hood of his car. And so he said he rides around with Ramesses in his car on a regular basis. So he knows who Ramesses is. He has a child with Erykah Badu. His son's name is Seven Sirius. I'm just trying to make sure I'm just trying to make sense of this. And since we family, we community, I'm wondering if y'all can make sense of this with me as well. And so is this a coincidence, do y'all think, or did he do that on purpose? And so instead of doing a rap album, which Andre 3000 could get a nice amount for features from most people in the industry, he kind of is a respected MC in the music industry. He could be touring. He said in another article, he has been turning down opportunities to come to the 50-year anniversary celebrations this year. He's turning down. He said he don't want to be in those studios with people smoking and drinking. He's trying, he is on a whole nother frequency right now. So he's playing the flute, right? And the followers of Maat and people who are KEMET were playing lots of different instruments. They were playing harps, they were playing drums. I listed the different instruments that they were playing. But he decided that he was going to take up the flute. And so I'm just maybe I like what Robert Reyes said, because his latest album, what's the name of Andre 3000's latest album, the album that he has out right now? Oh, let me go to this first, because this was mentioned in the second interview, but it was really small, so I don't know if y'all could see the numbers. And she mentioned them really fast, and they showed them. So Andre 3000 outsold with his flute album. He outsold people in the music industry, like rappers that people highly respect. So the first week numbers, people gauge things from these numbers. So according to this article, we don't know. I don't know. I don't work in the music industry. I dabble a little bit, but this is what is being reported. So let's just go off of what is being reported. So no, I haven't seen any pushback from these numbers as well. And so Andre 3000 first week sales 24K. Nas 17K, Logic 18K, Lil TJ 22K, ESTG 17K, Ice Spice 15K, Lil Wayne 19K. These are big, like well-known people. Kodak Black 23K, Macklemore 22K. Did you guys know Macklemore beats Kendrick Lamar for a Grammy? Ray Sherman is on here, 18K. Westside Gun, 20K. French Montana, 21K. Real Boston Richie, 15K. Yo Gotti and DJ Drama, 23K. So you mean to tell me that Andre 3000 going against the grain, playing the flute, outsold every other artist that released music that day? That is a big deal to me. And so I want to say, Henu, salute. It takes so much courage to go the opposite direction that everybody is going and being a leader, right? So Andre, I would love to know what you know about KEMET. Like you are co-parenting with Erykah Badu. Y'all had a relationship. Y'all have a child. So somebody, where did y'all, who started talking about or knew about KEMET first? Did she start talking to you about it, or did you start talking to her about it, or did y'all come into who's y'all teacher? Who were y'all influences in learning about KEMET? And how much do you know? I want to know, how much do you know? And what is the real reason why you titled your album The New Blue Sun. Like, what do you know? What does that mean? What does that mean to you? What is the new blue sun? Because I am expressing what I'm coming to know about the new blue sun. And I would love for you to come on Saba's podcast, or come on our podcast, because I want to learn. Like, I want to build a community we are building a community of like-minded people. You have a lot of range and reach. And so if there's anything that we could do to support you, I'm for that. And so I know a teacher, I know a couple teachers, I know a few MCs that's on the same frequency and vibration as you. And so the House of Aten is a culture that is shifting, that has shifted in a very powerful way. And when culture shift, power is transitioned, and the future looks very, very bright for us. And so back to this question, who and what is the new blue ray? The new blue ray is us, Ahati Maat. The new blue ray is you. The new blue ray is Menkhu Ara Meri Maat. The new blue ray is me. The new blue ray is Menti Hotep Maat. The new blue ray is the House of Aten. The new blue ray is Master Teacher Saba Tehuti Amen Hotep Ra and his Naturts. The new blue ray is Ani Ptah Aten Tehuti. The new blue ray is Atef Rilkim Maat. And who is the god of blue? Ptah. Who is the god of the planet Earth? Ptah. That is your blue. And Tehuti is the Aten. Tehuti Amen Hotep Ra is the Ra, is the ray. So the blue and the ray is us, is the combination that's happening in the House of Aten. To everyone, that is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because I love music, art, culture, and I love being a student in the House of Aten. And so that is my presentation. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I would love for anyone to come on the panel, and if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, if you want to get into any discussion about any of this artists, or any discussion about when culture shifts, the power is transition, how we can encourage that to melanated rich people in various areas of our lives, especially the people who people say are superstars, right? I think I would love, you know what? This is just an assumption, right? So in my presentation, we learned that the blue stars are the biggest stars. So maybe Andre 3000 was like, I'm bigger than all of you so-called superstars, because the blue, the new blue sun, the new blue stars are bigger than the sun and the star that we know as the sun. And he's saying I'm bigger than these superstars. So I don't know. It's just I'm just vibing, just speculating. But I love great minds. I love great minds, and that's why I'm in Saba Tehuti's energy. That's why I'm a student of Saba Tehuti. The brothers on the panel are so intelligent. So to be able to vibe and be in the energy, and people in the chat, if you are attracting that energy of Saba and vice versa, you're on a very powerful frequency. And I love great minds. And so I love to learn. Like Atef says, I just want to learn. And so I am learning, and it's having a powerful impact on me, because I don't know if I would have been able to put these things together in the way if I wasn't a student of Saba Tehuti and my gradual journey of learning about the Neteru, being a follower of Ma'at, and learning about Kemet in an actual factual way from the master teacher. So I would love anybody interested in coming up to the panel. We would love to vibe with you. Ani Ptah, I know, is working behind the scenes. Whenever you're ready, brother, I would love to hear what you thought about the presentation. Thank you in the chat, everybody that appreciated my presentation and showed support for the House of Aten. This is what came to me. So I thought I would share with you what's been on my consciousness over the last couple of weeks. So hinu to everybody, much love and appreciation.
Yeah, let's definitely give you a round of applause for that wonderful presentation. Getting fire bombs, Ptah, Bull Damo, big vapes with his bulls. Give this brother some love in the chat. Let him know what you thought of this beautiful presentation here. The link is posted. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. If any of you all want to come in and give the good brother any words or any thoughts. So yes, Menkhu Ara Meri Maat. I seen. Let me find this comment, because Roberto Reyes says, "New blue sun, you snake styled us." So absolutely, that was beautiful the way you put that together. And you always are teaching us about culture, and you are a never representation of that, great brother. So yeah, this presentation was great. I love how you started out with the IBIX, the IBIX, which is a pretty interesting name to utilize for to gather up information for the sun. So that was wonderful, putting that together. And I love how you also through a lot of the words that's used to represent a lot of the symbolisms. You point out that, hey, this is the words that's used, such as pyramid, and showing like that those really aren't the true words of the essence of what these objects truly are, which is very important, because it takes away the original meaning of what the sound vibrational tone carries for these particular places or objects. So and most people don't know. They think that's really what it's called. So Tua for that, and showing the different artists that utilize Kemet as a means to express. And and it's and I want to point out something too, because I was thinking about this, and it's something that's very interesting to me is you see so many people utilizing the symbolism, the Medu Neter, and Kemet and Ma'at overall, but it's very rare you find someone speaking about it. And it's like this hidden secret thing that no one talks about, but they broadcast it throughout what they're doing. And Erykah Badu is one of the few who will actually teach you and say, yes, this is what this is. This is what this means. Even if it's because it's there's levels coming into Ma'at and Kemet, as we know, being up under the great Saba Tehuti and reversing all of the matrix that's involved, even when you come into this information, and what it really means from the people who brought it forward. But it's beautiful to see people come into it and begin, because you have to start somewhere. And as long as you continue to keep digging, you will get to here. You will get to the House of Aten. You will get to Saba Tehuti's podcast, because this is the actual source information based on what the people who created it said themselves. And so it's wonderful that to see and have artists represent that. But I would love for more artists to speak about these things. And you would be an excellent person to interview these artists, because even in that GQ, he pulls out the duck. So he said, I got this from the great the Ramesseum, and the little interviewer is like, well, tell me about the laundromat. And I'm like, what? Like, but he's completely clueless to the information. It's the matrix, is real. So that was wonderful. His album was fire too, by the way. If anybody hasn't heard that album, it's absolutely fire. And he did get a lot of backlash for that, and that's his first solo album. That's his first solo album. He decided to do a wind instrument album with no lyrics, as far as vocal lyrics, because he still, that's the beautiful thing about sound vibration, is you can speak through other means other than your voice. Your voice is an instrument. So he's definitely speaking through his instrumentation in that album. So it's a phenomenal album. So that was wonderful. And that was definitely a snake style presentation. So 2 out for bringing that forward. I wrote down HBO Homeboys Only. I was I had to write that down. I'm like, yeah, I like that. That's definitely I would love for something to erect that we could see from you being in that. And I know you was getting down. So 2 out for giving us that story of you and the backstory of that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh yeah, the Kanye West and the chain. That chain is crazy. That chain is absolutely crazy. And it is it's very interesting, because he is a full-blown Christian. He is absolutely all about Jesus, and is completely full. And so that's another thing that makes me look at different avenues of why people go the way that they go. So how could you come into this information of the source of knowing where it comes from and still represent that? So that right there is something that really makes me think about ulterior motives, and what's the to have the real purpose and the power of the source, but giving people that which keeps them entrapped, and which is what so many of these people do, who are the faces of the matrix. So but yeah, that chain was absolutely crazy. And there's 2 artists. There's 2 artists, 2 of the biggest artists on the planet, who definitely utilize Medu Neter and ancient Kemet, which I didn't see anyone say, but they don't speak about it. They don't talk about it, but it's deep in their symbolism, which is Beyonce and Drake, the two biggest artists on the planet. Two of the biggest artists on the planet utilize Medu Neter and Kemet. And Beyonce definitely, she has so much. She's shown herself as Heru during Coachella. She wore a headdress to be as Nefertiti, and she had people behind her wearing like a spandex type suit with Tutankhamun on the face. This was at Coachella. And she definitely utilizes the symbolism. She understands and knows, but you'll never hear her speak about it. Drake, his logo is a Medu Neter symbol. The OVO owl is literally, it's no different. It's not no alteration. It's the complete Medu Neter symbol of the owl, the sound ma or m. So you know, these artists are completely in tune, or at least know about where the power truly lies, but you'll never hear them speak about it. And there's some artists I won't name, but there's something that music does where people will in their music they'll speak so eloquently and so much information and knowledge in the music, but when I go to listen to an interview or hear them speaking, it's like, who is that? That person speaking doesn't seem to be a reflection of the music that they're putting out. And that's also something that's completely, you know, something that I've studied and looked at, and something that I absolutely will change. Because there should not be a separation in that. Whatever it is that your creativity brings, you should be able to come and speak about it, and you should be able to teach, you know, your creative process and why you're talking about certain things and why you're dressed as Heru. You know, why is your logo the Medu Neter symbol for the owl? You know, that you should be able to find that. So why has no one asked that question? Like, where's that question being asked in these interviews? And it just goes to show the consciousness and the intellect of the people who look up to these people as just supreme beings. And, you know, but we recognize and we understand, you know, walking with the consciousness and the essence of the Natiru, what that really means. So that was a phenomenal, absolutely beautiful presentation. Great brother. Tua for putting that together for us and taking us down that journey, and you know, bringing a, you know, the information about the blue stars, and I always love to look at those, you know, because it really goes to show you know, how small, if you just physically look around you, you know, how small everything truly is. And it's just a wonderful thing. And it's very powerful to look into this information and expand your mind on the realities of what's possible and what you're connected to by going into this information and learning that you are also a son, which is why we're sons, like literally. And, you know, all of how deep that information is, it just completely gets passed over a lot of times, just based on coincidence. And, you know, hey, why is that word? No one asked the right questions, but throughout this presentation, you asked all the right questions that need to be asked to these artists and to these people, and for them to get that information out. You know, you can't really blame the artist for not speaking about something in a question in an interview where you're being asked questions, unless you're going to give them hey, ask me this, you know, or just teach about it, find a way to mix it in. But I would love to see more artists at those type of levels, the Andre 3Ks, you know, all those artists to speak more, you know, about what they know, you know, but you know, if not, you know, it just goes to show, you know, what's the purpose and what's the meaning of holding that information, you know, when you have so many eyes on you and so many ears plugged into you, and knowing these artists know the power of music and sound vibrational tone and what it truly is, and they embody it for the wrong reasons. And it's where you know, brothers like you who will definitely put the thought process and the consciousness into this reality to start to flip that over and bring forth the right consciousness to not only lead with that information, not only live it, right? Not you're naming, you know, children this and you're got this. And I've seen so many artists, rappers today wearing the Uwatchet, who I know nothing about what it is, who wear the Ankh and don't know any of it, but they're still wearing the symbolism because they do know something. They do know that there's power that lies within that. And if you study a lot of the greats, you'll find Kemet and you'll find Meta Netter throughout their art. You just won't find them speaking about it. So that's something that I absolutely want to bring forward and change in this. And there needs to be more people who can produce interviews that bring out information, right? It's like the interview used to be the great thing. Like you get to know more about the artist, what their process was. But now when you look at these interviews, it's like all these interviewees ask the same questions, you know, over and over and over again. And if you just go into the artist and, you know, take a song, just like how you did, pulled out some of them lyrics, explain that lyric to me right there. You know, that's powerful. You know, one of my favorite albums, when you were speaking about Nas, is the album that he has with Damian Marley. That album is absolutely fire. And a huge song from that album, a very, very, very popular song was Patience. And Damian Marley, he started it off, he said, some of the smartest dummies can't read the language of Egyptian mummies.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, you know, that album is fire. So these artists absolutely are tuned in and tapped in and sharing information with each other. So to our great brother, wonderful. You know, Henu to you. That was absolutely phenomenal. The new blue sun, the new blue ray. You know, there's a lot of wordplay with that.
I mean, that Distance Relative album is one of the most powerful cultural records to come out, and people missed it. People missed that. That is a cultural thesis. That album could be a class, a university class. That album is so good, and it went right over people's heads.
Yes, it did. You're absolutely right about that. You know, it's very interesting. You know, it's very interesting to observe, and that's, you know, this matrix is real. You know, this false reality that is painted over what's really happening underneath is absolutely real. And you know, it's a wonderful thing that that all of us here are here, you know, because to be able to look and see, you know, where all these people are venerated, right, as gods, all across the planet. And to know, you know, what they're doing that they don't speak about. And you know, and it's just a very powerful thing, you know. So Tua, for your presentation, very creative, very creative. And as you always are, you're definitely an artist. You're definitely a creator. You're definitely an innovator. You're definitely a visionary. You know, so your name is Ara. So you definitely represent that. So Henu, great brother, Tua to you, and Tua to all the great people in the chat room who were kept the energy flowing within the chat and participating in the questions. So, you know, Henu to you all. We posted the link. No one came up, so we'll go through and we'll show the support that you all gave.
Ani, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely, great brother. Yes.
It's pretty interesting too. There's more artists that I could have shared about information about, but I think that's very powerful what you said about Drake and Beyonce, and then Jay-Z having people throw up the rock. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, like what you doing, right? And then I really, let me choose my words carefully, but I really, after what Travis Scott did, for him to have the audacity and the nerves to try and do a show in KEMET, that I really feel a certain type of way about that, because what was your intentions? You know what I mean? Who are you to want to do that? And so I'm happy he got rejected in doing that. And so Hove, yeah, Jay, what's good with the you know, holding up the rock? What's the intention? What's the science behind that? You know, let's talk about it. I want to talk about it because it's this whole thing where now I just want to be careful with my words, but it's like, you know, what's happening behind the scenes is a very big deal. And so, you know, I felt a responsibility to respond properly to these things that I have been witnessing and coming to understand. And so somebody has to address these things. You know, the madness needs to stop, because Andre 3000, without saying one word, said more than a lot of the artists that were on that list, and him outselling them, you know, with the power of the breath and being in connection with the Netaru and the elements of nature. He made a very powerful statement with the wind instrument. So I like his alignment with the Netaru, and we just need more of that. And so the isfat and the chaos, you know, it will continue, but it needs to stop. So, Henu, great brother, for your share about my presentation. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me coming from you. And so Ani, Ptah, and Tehuti is who y'all should be trying to vibe with, because what's coming next, what's going to be coming in the future, that Ma'at music is going to be something to deal with. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a pleasure and an honor to be on the right side of history that is taking place right now. So I'll stop with that.
Yes, to our great brother. All right. Oh, and I want to say there was one thing in that interview too that kind of blew my mind. When Andre he said, "Hey, I'm 48. What am I going to talk about?" I was like, "Whoa, wow, okay, that says a lot, right?" But it's a great thing, to be able to see and witness, what's happening. I would say, hey, talk about what is that duck right there? What is that thing on his head? What is that called? And what does that represent? What does that mean? We take that little duck and have an entire class on that, because that's the what? That's the sa, right? That's the cackler. You have a whole class on that little rubber ducky.
Ooh, I didn't even connect that. Saba thought about that. Ooh, you styling right now. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so beautiful and powerful. You caught that. I did not see that. And Atef loves the ducks. He feeds the ducks. But this is what I'm saying, right? If those folks came around us and learning from us, you and Saba Tehuti, imagine what could be accomplished with that. I didn't mean to cut your bill, but that was powerful.
Yes. So we're gonna lead by example. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna put all this creative energy and do what we do, and put the knowledge and information into it. And this is what we're gonna lead by example in that way. And there's some beautiful things in the works, and and with this Heka, it will go where it needs to go. And absolutely. So to you, great brother, for everything that you're doing as well, and assisting me and getting these tones out and making sure everything is correct. So this brother Menkhu Ara assists me a lot when it comes to the music. So yes, when you see and hear anything coming from me, it also has the energy of Menkhu Ara in there as well. So Hinu to you, great brother. We're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's show the support. So we're going to start with the good brother Nito Campbell, who sends in $9 for Hell, the House of Aten. Hino to this good brother who's been very consistent for a long time in supporting Ma'at, supporting Saba Tehuti, supporting the House of Aten. This is a wonderful brother, Nito Campbell, who is Squano trended in the chat. Peace and love to you, wonderful brother. All right, next we have Robert E. Williams, who sends in Junior 1072 for Menkhu sees the Natiru are coming forth. Absolutely, you absolutely are 1000% correct. Menkhu does see, and the Natiru are coming forth. I didn't want to forget the Junior. So peace to you, good brother, Robert Williams Jr., who is in the chat, who says Tua Menkhu. Absolutely. Wonderful supporter. Absolutely. He says, this ain't Heka. So yeah, that ain't Heka. Absolutely not. It's a different type of Heka. It isn't the Heka of Ma'at. It is definitely a Heka because it is a hook. And they're using the hooks in the music to hook the people in and to keep them locked inside a box and to continue to allow themselves to dig themselves into their own graves. So it's not the Heka that we represent. It is a form of Heka, but it's the Heka that is of destruction. So Tua for recognizing that. Tua for your support, great brother. We appreciate you. All right, next we have Rochelle, also known as Mystic Mama, who sends 555 for love your insight, insightful presentations. Menkhu Ara. All right, Tua, wonderful, wonderful sister who reached out to me and is looking to enhance her knowledge and information. So Tua to you for your support, for being here live with us, and you know, for being a representation of the feminine energy and supporting us. So Tua to you. Let's see. Let's go on. Next, we have another wonderful sister here, Sandra Shepherd, who sends in 572 for being consistently great. Henu. Henu to you for being consistent in your support for us, and for being consistently in the class. So yes, Sandra Shepherd, we appreciate you, and we hope to continue to see you. We hope to continue to see you in these classes, and become a member soon. Become a member of the House of Aten. So to our wonderful sisters, Spiritual Fruit 90. All right, next. So the sisters are showing up for us.
Honey Ptah, looks like Minty Hotep came to the panel.
Okay, bring her up. Okay. I have a few more donations to go through. Okay, so next we have the wonderful Nefer sister Angela Gates, who sends in $4 for support. Hotep Henu to you, Angela Gates. Consistent always in the classes, always supporting. So we appreciate you and the energy that you bring. It was wonderful to meet you in person at the Pathways to Awakening, and your Nefer family. Saint Heka Kepara, our Hotep, our Marie, our peace and our love, and we hope he is doing well. And also son of Kepara as well, sending both of them beautiful energy and prosperity. So to our good sister for what you do. All right, next we have again a wonderful supporter, Nookpoo, who sends in 333 for new Blu-ray, Uncle Jaseneb Ma'ai. So as you've seen this name a few times here come up, this great brother is just wonderful, consistently supporting, and this is the Blu-ray man right here. He is definitely loves the color blue, and is a representation of that. So to our good brother, and let me share this too, because he sent this in just now as well. Another 222 for Tua Aten. Say this brother some bombs. And let's give you a sound bite.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
To you, good brother, Nookpoo, absolutely a phenomenal supporter. We appreciate you, and we look forward to continue to build with you and see what creativity you bring forth as well. Okay, so let me refresh for those of you who are watching on the playback, or for those of you who may just be coming into the classroom. This is how you show support to the House of Aten, by sending a Cash App or a PayPal The links are being posted in the live chat by our great moderator, PT9, Primordial Thought 9. And they're also in the bio for those who may be watching on the playback. So if you love and appreciate this information, you learn something new, you appreciated this conscious entertainment, making the entertainment knowledgeable and fun at the same time. So just support through these sources here. All right, let me double check real quick. Let me refresh the Gmail here. And of course, the wonderful sister who is on the panel, Minty Hotep. Hotep to you, wonderful sister.
Peace. What's up, brothers? That was a fire presentation, Brother Menkhu.
Hotep. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I just wanted to show up and show my support. I think it's great that we're raising awareness and bringing consciousness back to the music and the frequencies that we allow ourselves to participate in with not even knowing it. So I think that's beautiful.
Tour to you. Yes. It's such a big part of, you know what I mean, how we grew up and our everyday lives. And so for this area of our lives to be colonized and people don't actually realize how much artists get exploited and how much freedom actually isn't expressed in the music. And so I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but it's very obvious, right? And so it's time for the culture to shift so the power can be transitioned. So because it's ridiculous. If you notice, a lot of artists now are doing podcasts, and a lot of the artists, and the artists still
what are they talking about? They're talking about traffic, or they're talking about, what happened on somebody's birthday, or like something that has nothing to do with the elevation of consciousness. And I think that when you get put in a position of being an influencer, I think there's a level of responsibility that comes along with that. And it's either they're being suppressed, or they don't take their responsibility literally and seriously to actually make a change for the better for our people.
Most definitely. Sure for that.
Yeah. So I think that's great that you put that out there.
Yes. It's time. And there's been people that have been trying to, shake things up and, have the truth be told. And so with Andre doing the album, and I feel like the impact that it had and the impact that it could have, I had to take this time to, take this opportunity to kind of chime in. I feel like the timing was great. So it all just came together really well.
Yeah, I feel like the timing was great for that, because with the Andre 3000, the new album, all of the promotions and the publicity and everything that was done around that wasn't done to promote him. It was like he got put in this category of like, you're going crazy because you want to do something different. You could be making so much money, but you're choosing to go a different route. And I think that's beautiful that this is what he's bringing forth. He's returning back to what's special to him. And as an artist, when you do what's special to you, it'll resonate with the people that it's meant to resonate with. And then that will just open the door for more people to follow what their actual passions are.
Yeah, that's a fact. And like Ani said, it's pretty interesting that if you all watch the whole interview, a couple interviews now, he says, I'm 48. What I'm gonna talk about? What you
that
mean?
Makes absolutely no sense.
Talk about Eric. You went to the museum. Like, talk about that. Yo, Andre, there's unlimited things to talk about. Come and learn more about KEMET. What would be the consequence of you talking about spiritual things that you know is a better conversation? What do you mean you don't got nothing to talk about? You got
but that's the thing.
History.
Is there a consequence? Is there a subtle consequence once you get into that tier of entertainment? Is there a consequence for you bringing forth the knowledge? You know, and I think it's, you know, I'm just very proud to be a part of what's happening, because I feel like I'm allowed the opportunity to learn these things that you just can't get from Googling.
Yes.
So I think it's great that you open the door and you set the challenge.
Yes. Oh my
like,
God.
Where did you get the knowledge from, and what do you know, and who taught you? And we want to build with that.
That is an interview. I guarantee you, if Saba and Andre 3000 got together and talked, that would be amazing. And you know what? I really dislike the verbiage of going viral. That isn't viral. Isn't the root word of that virus and disease? Like, why they trying to get us to talk about that? Like something that is widely generated. What does that have to do? Why? Who decided that a video being?
Who decided that?
That's ridiculous. I hate that language. Something going whatever. I try to not say that. And so this is the things that they are trying to instill with us. We just came out of the pandemic, and the last thing I want to talk about is anything related to a virus.
Yeah, it just takes you down to, it just takes your awareness down to being negative. A virus. It has a negative tone.
Yes.
Yep.
But that's what people are chasing. That's what they want. So it's sick. It's sick.
Yes, absolutely. You know, it's definitely, they use that word because that's what disease does, you know, and it's a viral disease, you know, it's spread everywhere. So they create these terms absolutely to make sure that, you know, you stay in that frequency of sickness. A lot of people are chasing that, you know, like you said, we all want to get sick. That's what they're saying. You know,
you got young minds saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna post this video so I can go viral, so you can be sick, you can be a part of the sickness that is spreading." Like, that's so
poison.
Treacherous. That's so treacherous.
Yes, and you know, it's a lot of those artists that you showed that Andre beat out through his album sales, which does say a lot, because you know those artists definitely are of a frequency of death culture. It's death culture all throughout those artistries, and you know the people who, you know, run the labels they're not us, they're not our people, you know, so they definitely are the ones puppeteering and controlling whether or not, because you know people feel like that they can't survive without succumbing to that. And you know, it's the fear that keeps people from really speaking out. And you know, but when you don't fear death, then you no longer, you don't carry that. You don't, you know, oh man, oh no, here's the Illuminati. I was like, what does that even mean? You know, like, I'm tired of hearing people talk about that and say that and apply our symbolisms to this negativity, evil conspiracy thing. And it's like, do you even know what you're saying? You don't, what word are you even using? You're using illumination. When did that become negative? So why are we, you know, when people decide to stop being so afraid and stand up firm like the Jed, like Asar, and stand up straight, then, you know, we'll be able to take back and be back in the leadership position and dictate what happens. And it has to start here. It's starting here. And you know, so what Sabbath Tehuti has provided us and is teaching us is something that's far more valuable than any type of monetary gain that anybody can take from you. You know, so we're going to continue to represent what we do through the House of Aten. You know, and it's just wonderful. It's never so. So let me show the wonderful sister Menkhu Hotep NUTI Maat, who supported this wonderful class, who sent in 1010 for 12-10-23. Tuwa Ishin. With a blue heart, a butterfly, and 2 more blue hearts.
Tua for that. I just want to say one thing too to you artists that is always talking about death and shooting melanated rich people. You are not freestyling. There's nothing free about your style at all. Nothing. You are brainwashed. You are a puppet. You talking about things that get you locked up. You talking about killing your own people. You talk about the same stuff that everybody is talking about. There's nothing free about your style, so you're not freestyling. It's more like puppet styling, or it's more like slavery styling. You not freestyling.
No.
Absolutely. I saw a post the other day, and it said something about like some brothers went out to a nightclub or something and were listening to music, and every single track that they were playing was about death, about killing somebody, or like serial killing. And it's like you and then I think like what the point of the post was, like, you know, we tried to get out and have a good time, and we found ourselves listening to you know, serial killer type of murder music.
It's a ritual.
And it's an actual ritual. Like I can't even imagine being in a place like that. I could not participate in that. And
Yeah,
you think about that, this is what our youth is listening to.
Yeah, it's you know, once you come into the information, you know, you have to make a decision. Because I used to listen to that music too. I used to you know, the areas I grew up in, it absolutely that was it. You know, the whole Southern rap was just, you know, it's crazy. You know, to listen to it now, it's like, wow, like, you know, it really is an absolute ritual, and it puts you in a trance. And you know, by putting specific, and most of it really is just the instrumentation that makes you bob to it, that makes you bounce to it. It's the music, and it's not even necessarily words, because now you don't even know what people are saying. Now it's like it's mumble. It's not even words no more. It's just literally the music. So you put a nice tone, a nice music to some words that you don't even know what you're saying. You know, you can go back to look up the lyrics for a lot of songs, and it's crazy. You know, what these artists talk about, and not even in rap, even in R&B as well, especially when it comes to you know, dealing with sexual deviancy and taking advantage of women. It's deep in the R&B music, and you don't know. You just hearing nice voice, sounds great, you know, hey, singing it, and then you see the lyrics, and you're like, whoa, you know. But absolutely, so you know, with the youth, you know, it's they are just absolutely being controlled by the frequency of the sound, and you know, it's something that that those who started to implement these labels completely knew and understand the power of the voice and what these things really mean, and what music really means. And you know, how it goes back to chanting.
And then they get people singing along with it.
Yeah, sing along, you know, do what I do, sing this song, you know, and now, you know, now let's put it in the symbolisms. Here's my merch, and I'm gonna put that inside the merch too. And here's the album cover. I want you to look at this album cover while you're singing my music and you're thinking it's something. And you know, it's completely isfet and chaos. And you know, once you come into the information, you have to make a decision and make a choice. You know, like, hey, am I willing to sacrifice, you know, my soul to listen to something that I grew up listening to because I like the sound of it, or do I want to cut that off and choose to connect myself to more frequency that deals with life? You know, and most times people don't want to make that sacrifice simply because they just like the sound of it. You know, someone could do something crazy. You know, there's artists who now, you know, one of the things now that's blowing up is Diddy and the Puff Daddy, P Diddy, who's head of Bad Boy Records, and who was in tune, brought a lot of the music through, including Biggie, just for a long time. And now you see it all being reversed, because sometimes people plug themselves into something to attain the physical success here, but now it's time to give it back. And that's the trade-off. That's the reciprocity. You know, a lot of times these people that you see at the top, they're not there just because, you know, they they're there because they were assisted there, because you can definitely connect with, you know, different beings that will provide that for you. But now it's time to give it back. Now it's time to take all of that back, and you had your fun. And some people choose that. People do choose that. And you know, so, you know, it's definitely a dark place, and which is why I was never even concerned with the music industry. With me, I never cared about that. I only wanted to go to physical places and just perform in front of people, so they can. That's the only thing I cared about, because I know that the industry itself is not a place that will be accepting or assist in any of the frequency that, you know, I choose to bring. So you have to recreate your own thing, you know, and yeah, it's complete, absolute chaos. It's very deep and very dark. It gets there real fast. But there are artists that you will find sprinkled in who choose to step back and, you know, choose to not say nothing because of the fear of death. And, you know, that's the decision that they choose to make. But, you know, with something like this that we're building here, there is no death. So it will continue to live on through each individual person here. And, you know, when there's enough, then it will overtake that exists here today. You know, you'll see one person, and then once that person's gone, it disappears. But what happens then when that person is there, disappears, and now there's someone who right beside him comes up, and now he takes that, and now it just continues over and over. Now it's her turn. Now she's here. Now it's her turn. Now it's her turn. Now it's his turn. By having an actual full body of like-minded individuals who represent what the truth is, and is not afraid of the opposition, and understand that you're in a war, that this isn't going to be this, you know, walk in the park, let's just walk in. And now it's, no, you're going to have to bring the axe with you, and you're going to have to be willing to fight. If you want to have any type of representation in more expansive, broad view, you know, where people have their attention, you know, so Hinu to the great brother Menkhu Ara for presenting this, and this is a very powerful topic, and you know, you presented it beautifully, and showing you know the artist and what they know more than what they speak about, and that's very important. So Hinu and Tua to you, great brother. All right. Well, if anybody has any closing words that they like to say before we close out, HOTEP to everyone in the chat. Peace and love. Yeah, you all are phenomenal. Peace, Jay Kirkland. Welcome. Nefer Teachings. Menkhu Ara Meri Maat. Yes.
Yes, you deserve all the praise for that one, brother. That was very good. Each one of you have your own style, and I love the way that you embrace it and you bring it forward and present it. It's very Nefer.
So true. That's what I
and
love.
Peace to Tef and the family on the road, wherever
Yes.
they're at. Yeah.
Peace to Atef. Hope you're well, great brother, and we look forward to building with you again soon.
All right. Yes.
And peace to Ahati Maat as well.
Yes, of course. Peace to the great brother Ahati Maat, Tefrem Kim Maat, and Hotep and Henu to the great Saba Tehuti, and Hotep Ra. Sending everyone Nefer energy. We have the 2-year anniversary coming up this coming up Saturday, the 16th. And I put out a mass request to everyone in the Discord, and I hope you all also in the newsletter. So I hope you all take advantage of that to show our great Saba Tehuti your support for him. So look forward to seeing. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'll close out by saying Hotep Henu. We appreciate and we love all of the supporters, the House of Aten. This is a beautiful thing that we're creating and that we're building, and it is creating something that will continue to resonate and expand. It's just what the Aten represent, right? It's a point and it expands out. And that's what we're going to be a representation of. And it's wonderful. May you all have a fantastic week coming up. Metanetter Monday. Get those classes. If you don't get those classes, my Wisdom Wednesday classes, they're also available for the members. The next class will be on the 20th, December 20th. And whenever there'll come a time we'll start to do those weekly, but for now it's bi-weekly. So Hotep and Henu to everyone. Have a safe, fantastic week. Tua for all the support. Look forward to seeing you all in the upcoming classes. The 2-year anniversary during the on the 16th, we'll have available for you all to purchase the Pathways to Awakening video series that we have, and is going to be absolutely Nefer. You'll be able to be a part of the Pathways to Awakening. For those who weren't there physically, you'll be able to be there digitally and see some of the festivities that we did. I'll have a brand new song in that actual video. So so if you all want to hear some new music from me, you'll definitely want to get that video. It's gonna be beautiful. So that'll be posted on the website. We'll keep you all updated. And so I'll close out with the affirmation that I love to recite every day, which is Sekim im Arit murder ka'a Semu hatu natiru per in hetep. I have obtained the power to do what pleases my ka. May the hearts of the natiru lead me. I come forth in peace. Hotep.
NT, you have any closing words?
Yeah, sure. I'll share a quick one. Hotep and Henu to Saba Tehuti, Amen Hotep Ra. I look forward to our next class, and Hotep and Henu to Nani Aset Mer. I look forward to our next meeting, and Hotep and Henu to everyone in the chat. Hotep and Henu to Brother Menkhu Ara Meri Maat, Hotep Henu to Brother Ani Ptah Aten Tehuti. I'm very excited in this next what's going to happen next with the House of Aten. I'm very proud to be here, and I hope everybody has a Nefer evening. Nefer Upesh.
Hotep and Hinu to both of you on the panel. Peace, power, protection, and prosperity to Saba Tehuti and everyone in the chat. To everyone for your attention and your support. So important that we have this community that we're building. It's an honor to serve, and I am looking forward to celebrating the 2nd year anniversary of the Tehuti pod class, and I'm very much looking forward to the documentary and the digital version of the Pathways to Awakening. This is, it's just everything's lining up so beautiful. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to next week, Saturday. So peace and love to everybody. Be safe, take good care of yourself, and Hinu to everyone.
Yes, and the wonderful sister Minty Hotep Nuti Ma'at, her Ren ceremony is also part of the Pathways to Awakening. So you are a part of that. So if you all want to see a name ceremony provided by the great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra and what that is like, you'll get to see and witness Minty Hotep receive her Ren. So that'll also be a part of the digital Pathways to Awakening. So our next class will be the Lamentations of Ka Kepere Sumbe. We will be reading that, and we will also be reading the prophecies of Neferti. So we're gonna read 2 different pieces of literature from the ancient Kemetians. So that'll be our next class. We'll see you all next Sunday, same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Central time. And we look forward to seeing you all. Hotep and Henu.
For those who doubt what this may be, second danger round. Wow. For those who think this is not what you saw on the screen, I just want to hear something? Oh! Wow! Wow! This is the real thing. You know when I the snake rattling?
Yes.
I want to tell you guys something here. Let me see. I want to show you the example of the black snake rattling. I don't know if this is this really over. Ooh! I want you to know something. That's not an example. That actually is the one that I'm holding right now. Y'all see anything in front of me with horns?
Yes, yes.
All right, so this is a TEF. This is a TEF right here. Hey, TEF, how you doing? Show them your beautiful head. There we go.
Some of those horns are epic.
You can see it clear on the screen. So there, this is a TEF.
Yo, let's go.
Anki en Maat, en S, Nintet Aset en Maat, Min Hapapet en Maat, Her en Hukiui, Per Ikut. I live from Ma'at, I exist within her. I do not speak within the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light.
For those who doubt what this may be, second danger round.
Wow.
For those who think this is not what you saw on the screen, I just want to hear something?
Oh! Wow! Wow!
Well, this is
the real thing.
You know when I the snake rattling?
Yes.
I want to tell you guys something here. Let me see. I'm going to show you the example of the black snake rattling. I don't know if this is
this is really over.
Ooh. I want you to know something. That's not an example. That actually is the one that I'm holding right now. Y'all see anything in front of me with the horns?
Yes, yes.
All right, so this is a TEF. This is a TEF right here. Hey, a TEF, how you doing? Show them your beautiful head. There we go.
Some of those horns are epic.
You can see it clear on the screen. Yeah, so there's this is a TEF.
Yo, let's go.
Closed my eyes, then I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body, I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed? Eating alkaline at this time, fasting reads though shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, it had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of state's effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I've seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.
There is no spoon.
But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.